Presented by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, delivering the funds the university needs to drive academic and research excellence while optimizing campus utilities for a generation to come. Visit uiowaenergycollaborative.com. Also brought to you by Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda. To see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Alliant Energy. See how Alliant Energy is building a strong, resilient energy future today and for generations to come. Learn more at alliantenergy.com/powering beyond. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative pregame show, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
And we welcome you to downtown Los Angeles and the Galen Center, built in 2006, as we get ready for the Iowa Hawkeyes and the USC Trojans. The Hawkeyes, of course, coming probably off their best performance of the year, defeating Ohio State 91-70 at Carver Hawkeye Arena. The downside of that, of course, Taylor McCabe went down with a season-ending knee injury 23 seconds into the game, but the Hawkeyes stayed focused and finished that one off and are in a good spot here tonight. As the Trojans, a dangerous team of sorts, 11-9 overall, 3-6 in the Big Ten, and when you think about that, well, you don't think it a whole lot. Losing Juju Watkins at the end of the season last year, out for this entire year, obviously one of the top players in the country. And then you look at the Trojans in the month of December, really got off to a good start, had a signature win against Washington, then ranked 21st in the country, had 59-50, and then closed out that month with a win at Nebraska, 74-66. But kind of been a tough ride as the calendar flipped to 2026. The Trojans just 1-6 so far, but when you really dive into the numbers and look at the losses, at Minnesota by 1, 63-62. Maryland in this building, a 7-point loss at 62-55. Then a victory against the Purdue Boilermakers, and then a trip to Michigan, two of the top 10 teams in the country. They're in the Big Ten and top 20 teams in the country. Lost at Michigan State 74-68, and then at Michigan the last time out, 73-67. And that game was just kind of what you think this season has been for the Trojans so far. Michigan outscored Southern California 23-11 in the first, and then USC came back in the third quarter, outpaced Michigan 31-13, and then the Wolverines took care of business in the fourth quarter, 20-9, resulted in a 73-67 victory over USC. So all that being said, kind of a tough team to figure out. Has a lot of talent, probably hasn't played up to their potential the entire season, but certainly has shown glimpses of being able to do so. And then you try to think about this team heading into the month of February. Well, where is it at? And now's kind of go time for them if they want to try to make a push, get themselves in the conversation in the NCAA tournament. And for them, what a way it would be to get a victory over a top 10 team with the Iowa Hawkeyes. And really, Iowa's gotten the most publicity it probably has all season long this week. National Team of the Year, winners of 8 in a row, 9-0 start in the Big Ten. You have to go back to 1995-96, the last time an Iowa women's basketball team started 10-0 in the conference. That team went on to win their first 12 in the Big Ten, 18-2 overall. UCLA on the horizon. So you get the idea and the importance of this game, both for the Hawkeyes and the Trojans, which makes it an exceptional battle in the Big Ten. We've got a jam-packed pregame show for you. As always, we'll get some perspective on the USC Trojans as Catherine Reynolds had a chance to talk to one of the fine assistants for USC, and our sit-down with Jan Jensen, all leading up to an 8 o'clock Central tip, the Hawks and the Trojans. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll be back to downtown Los Angeles after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hi Hawk fans, Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hardworking farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back to the Galen Center on the campus of the University of Southern California with Catherine Reynolds and assistant coach for the Trojans, Coach Jaco. Coach, you guys have had a non-conference and conference season so far full of big-time tests. So what have you learned about your team, and what have been some highlights of the year so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think we came into this year understanding that there was a big challenge ahead, and we wanted to see where we stood. Obviously, it's a lot different without a player like Juju Watkins on the floor, but still have a ton of great talent around us and have a tremendous freshman in Jazzy Davidson. And we really wanted to use the non-conference to prepare us for a tough Big Ten conference schedule. And I feel like we've done that. We've took some hits for sure, but we definitely feel like we're much more resilient. We feel like we've learned a ton about our group just from a toughness factor, and feel that we continue to get better every week. So that's kind of what we envisioned going into the year, and we're happy with where we're going.
Well, let's dive in a little more on some of your personnel. You mentioned Jazzy Davidson leading your team in points, rebounds, and assists as a freshman out of the state of Oregon. But tell us about a few more of your players and who's made an impact.
Yeah, I mean, first I would be remiss if I didn't mention Kennedy Smith. I mean, she just does it on both ends of the floor. Offensively, does so many things for us, plays different positions, and then defensively, she's our catalyst. Can guard multiple positions, probably 1 through 5 on the floor. So having her versatility and her ability to play in different positions really is a threat for our team. But Kara Dunn has been incredible, especially over the last 6 games, has really found a rhythm. That's something that we're really excited about, and hope that she continues to, find her confidence and find her groove that way.
As a team, what would you say is the style of play that defines you and some of your strengths and weaknesses?
For sure. Definitely fast-paced and transition. We want to play fast. We want to run the floor and be the fast-paced team that way. And I say in the half court, just, pace and space. We really want our players to, make plays with the ball, not only for themselves but for others as well. And so really pride ourselves in being able to make the right reads and seeing what the defense does and making the right play after that.
So what do you expect out of the matchup today from an X&O standpoint? And then what would a win like today do just to catalyze you guys going into the month of February?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a great matchup. I mean, Iowa's a really great team. We're excited for today. I mean, obviously a really big opportunity in front of us to play another, top 10, Big Ten opponent. And so a win for us would mean everything. I mean, we're knocking on the door for sure. We felt like we've been really close and, just trying to clean up some things that we feel we can sharpen up on, and hopefully we can come out on the other side.
Well, thank you for your time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Sweet. Thank you.
USC assistant coach Courtney Jako in her third season with Catherine before tonight's game, the Hawkeyes and the Trojans. And at the beginning of that interview, she alluded to really challenging schedule in the non-conference, going out and playing at top-notch competition. Well, you go back to the month of November against North Carolina State, number 9 at the time, number 2 South Carolina on the 15th, then at Notre Dame on the 21st, and then, like the Hawkeyes, also took on number 1 UConn in December, plus a really tough start to the Big Ten season, playing many of the teams at the top of the league. So USC has been tested, and they're certainly looking forward to this opportunity to try to knock off a top 10 team, which the Hawkeyes will try to get victory number 19 on the season. We'll be back. Jan Jensen on deck as the countdown to tip-off rolls on. Iowa and USC from the Galen Center in downtown Los Angeles. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis. Hey Hawkeye fans, there's a new MVP at Carver Hawkeye Arena. Carol's Corn, Iowa's favorite gourmet popcorn, is now popping fresh for every men's and women's basketball game. From our delicious triple mix to golden caramel and bold cheese, every bite is handcrafted right here in the Midwest. Popped fresh, local, and made with you in mind. So grab your bag, cheer loud, and taste the flavor of Hawkeye pride. Carol's Corn. Grab yours and enjoy the game inside Carver Hawkeye Arena.
Carol's Corn. We pop every kernel with you in mind.
It's time for our shoot-around with Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen, presented by Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Here's Rob Brooks and Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen.
Well, Jen, obviously a lot of good things out of Sunday. The real downer was Taylor McCabe's injury, but the team really didn't have a lot of time to worry about that and responded and had that home crowd and a lot of good vibes other than that going forward.
Yeah, that was... I think the thing I was most proud of is we just recalibrated really quickly. It didn't mean that our hearts weren't broken and we didn't really know what exactly the extent was, but we all know how tough Taylor is. And I think everybody had a kind of a sixth sense that knew it probably wasn't good. But the fact that we were, so strong and came together and held, I just love that. And I hope that's a sign as we move forward. As I told the players today at shoot around, we're the same team. Taylor is on the team. We just all have different responsibilities now. And that's the only thing that's changed, is we've got to have different responsibilities, and now we've got to add some to our plate, take some off our plate, but we're still who we are. And now the challenge will be is to continue our trajectory upward, just doing some things a little differently.
Talk about those different roles too. Obviously, Addie Deal into the starting lineup. Her minutes are going to increase, but what does that do to the rotation, minutes-wise, if anything?
Yeah, I think now it depends on we need defense, do we need offense, do we need ball handling? We'll have a little shorter bench now, right? It might give opportunity for Callie Levine or Tegan Mulaney. What we've done a pretty good job with Strimlow and Deal. They've kind of shouldered that 2 and 3. Chat doesn't come out too much. When she does, it is usually Taylor, right? So it'll just depend, flows of games are so differently, who's hot, who is struggling, foul trouble. But, it will, give the kids, that's how it always is kind of that next person in philosophy. So I know they're ready, and I'm confident if we need to call different numbers that they'll be ready to go.
And that's the key thing. You always talk about it. And with the injuries and illness that has taken place this year, everybody has to be ready, and you got to act like, hey, you might be playing 15 or 20 minutes a game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this is the time where the players, they're challenged if you're a role player, and it can get long and, it can be a little frustrating. But overall, I think the majority of kids on our team, all of them, they've held strong and true. But now the ones that have really stayed readiest, when their number's called, we should see them be able to perform, because they've been waiting and preparing. They haven't taken possessions off. They haven't let their minds wander. They've been ready because they know that anything is possible, from foul troubles to the unthinkable of injuries. So I'm confident, and I've liked what I've seen the last couple days.
We'll dive into USC when we come back. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Go for the big Honda savings. Save thousands on the new Honda today with 0.99% financing. Go for the selection and inventory. Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are on sale. Get as low as 0.99% APR on a new 2025 Ridgeline. Go for the most car and driver 10 best awards with 98 trophies. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 3/2/26.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
It's time for our shoot-around with Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen, presented by Oak Knoll. Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Oak Knoll is conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City, a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Here's Rob Brooks and Hawkeye head coach Jan Jensen.
Jan, this USC team got off to a start with playing a lot of the top echelon teams in the Big Ten and kind of been a little bit back and forth, but dangerous is kind of a word that comes to mind because they can get it going.
They really can. I've been watching, their film, and sometimes I look at them and I cannot believe they're 3-6 in the Big Ten. And then at times I watch it and I'm surprised, and then I'm wondering, it's like all different emotions with it. But what I do know is they have a lot of talent. They have a lot of McDonald's All-Americans. They have a lot of athleticism. And you see spurts of some really great play. And, they're dangerous, and I think they're desperate. When we played at Indiana, we were playing a really, a team that was early in desperation. Now, this is certainly not the same situation as Indiana. But, they're at a point where I'm sure their coaches are talking to them. We can't waste too much more time to get on the other side of that, that 50-50 bubble, right? So I think handling the game at the beginning, the whole way through, but I don't want to let them come out and get a really great sense of confidence because they strike me as a team when it starts to roll for them, they could go on a run.
Team that runs a lot of sets, a lot of called plays from the bench?
Yeah, they really do. There's just a ton of play calls, right? Sometimes people just run like a continuity offense with a couple, 3 plays per position. They slow it down a little bit if they don't have their break, and they really take the time to get people in different places. So you can't possibly work on every set that you've seen. So, I've kept reminding the team, like, it's principles. We may not know what twirl fist, elbow is, but we do know how to handle back screens. We do know how to handle, a flare screen. We do know how to handle a guard-to-guard screen. So we're going to have to rely on all of the fundamentals that we've started to put in ever since June.
And they've got some players that obviously they'll call a lot of ISO plays for and put the ball in their hands a lot that can do some things.
Absolutely. Number 9, Jazzy Davidson, she's a great, stellar freshman in the nation, certainly the Big Ten. She was an AAU teammate for one summer of Addie Deal, and then also of, she's from Oregon, an AAU teammate of Ava Heiden's. So she played in Oregon, then she flew to California for the Nike circuit. But, she's just dynamic. She's long, she's lean. You let her get on a roll, she can hit the 3 with ease. She's a beautiful jumper. She's a lefty. So she can create. And then, ironically, Chit Chat Wright's teammate from Georgia Tech, Kara Dunn, she can play a forward. They're playing her as a power forward right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they moved her to the small forward and went a little bigger because of Ava and Hannah. I don't know. I haven't really seen that, but I just know that Lindsay Gottlieb is a great coach, and she's probably trying to, present the hardest matchups for us while also trying to handle our inside. So anything could happen, but Kara Dunn also creates for herself. So you have 2 players, an inside-outy type of player, and then a true guard that they can go off script, and it's not a problem. It can also sometimes be even better.
Well, make sure the players not too much sun this afternoon.
No,
right?
not too much sun, but I'm going to let them thaw out a little bit. They do get that opportunity.
Do deserve that,
if
right?
we've come out all this way, we're certainly not going to be sitting in a hotel room, but within reason. And you know what? This team's so disciplined and committed. They're off their feet. They'll probably go get a coffee or a little snack, but they're that's what I love about them. They have their priorities, and I'm just so respect that.
Well, let's get this trip off the right way.
I love it. God bless, go Hawks.
Jan Jensen on the pregame show. Back to Southern California after the break. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
The completion of the national anthem before Iowa and USC. And it's time for Catherine's Keys to a Hawkeye victory. And it's sponsored by Explore Minnesota. From exploring freshly fallen snow to finding award-winning restaurants, Minnesota makes it easy to plan a cozy winter getaway. Whether you're looking for a quiet retreat or an adrenaline-filled adventure, see why winter is our hottest season by visiting exploreminnesota.com.
Well, the first key tonight is knowing the scouting report. USC is a team that wants to run a lot of set plays. So for Iowa, that means all the things they went through in practice over the last couple of days and today at shoot-around. Know those set plays, but then expect the unexpected, Rob. This is a team that also has a lot of highly skilled individual basketball players, and sometimes they freestyle a little bit. So for Iowa to be prepared for those type of runs that come from people going rogue a little bit. Secondly, it's rebounding. USC is a team that's averaging 24 offensive rebounds a game. That's 24 extra possessions if they get to that number. So Iowa actually the stronger rebounding team coming into the game at a plus 10.5 boards per game. So they really don't have to change anything. Continue what they're doing. Hannah Stolke, the leading rebounder in the conference. Keep that up tonight. And then lastly, I think Iowa has an advantage on the inside. USC has a little bit of size, but their strength is not their post game. So for Iowa to take advantage of Hannah Stolke, Ava Hayden, Layla Hayes when she's in the game, both on the offensive and defensive end of the floor.
Lineups and the tip next. Iowa and USC from Southern California. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Running from practice to practice or meeting to meeting, the Eat Shop has lunch covered. Our fresh, handcrafted boxed lunches are perfect for sports teams on the go and corporate events like Lunch and Learns. Easy, delicious, and ready when you are. From delicious sandwiches on house-made bread to fresh sides and signature cookies, every box is thoughtfully prepared and worth every bite. Order boxed lunches today at theeatshop.com and let us fuel your day. Worth every bite. Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty, Big Ten Rentals, and Tomlinson Cannon. Jill Armstrong and her team strive to make every buyer and seller at ease with the real estate process. If you're in the market to buy or sell a home, contact the Jill Armstrong team with Skogman Realty for all your real estate needs. Call 319-631-5455.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment. Knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Iowa fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the game, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Hawkeye fans. That means at game time, you should do less scrolling and more cheering. So eliminate distractions and build connections by setting your phone to US Mode, because game day is for cheering on the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! US Cellular, built for us.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Tired of cooking, cleaning, or just being alone? Check out Melrose Meadows, voted Iowa City's best retirement community, with underground parking, a heated pool, and endless opportunities to stay fit and social. To learn more, visit melrosemeadows.com. For USC at 11-9 under fifth-year head coach Lindsey Gottlieb, Vivian Iwuchukwu, 6'3" sophomore, averaging 3.6 points a game. Jazzy Davidson, leading scorer at 16 and 6.4 rebounds. Kennedy Smith, a 6'1" sophomore, averaging just under 10 a contest. And Kara Dunn, a 5'11" senior, averaging 25 points the last 5 games. And USC is down a starter as well tonight. No Malia Samuels, a 5'6" junior, averaging 3.5. So insert Andy Deal into the starting lineup, along with Chit Chat Wright, Ava Hayden, Hannah Stolke, and Kylie Fierbach. And before tonight's tip, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hawkeyes in the traveling black uniforms, the gold block Iowa across the front, gold numerals. Trojans in the home white USC across the front, and the tip is won by Iwuchukwu. She's at 6'3", and the first possession of the game for the Trojans. Here's Smith in between the circles, fires left side. Davidson 3, knocked it down from the left wing, and USC strikes first.
It didn't take long for Jazzy Davidson to get going, the leading scorer for these Trojans.
Here's Deal, has the ball taken away from her, but then dug up by Stolke, drives in the right side, and the layup does not go, but a foul will be called on the Trojans. Kara Dunn will pick up the game's first personal.
Well, that's a big first foul for Kara Dunn. Over the last 6 games, she's averaging over 20 points per game, so those fouls matter for a team like the Trojans, who really aren't that deep off the bench.
Stolke's first free throw right through. Hawks are on the board, down 3-1. Hannah's second, perfect, had nice arc and a good release on that.
Looked really good, 54% on the year from the free throw line, so good to see her get those first 2 go to fall.
And kind of a broken play, almost a turnover, but results in 2 points for the Hawkeyes. USC in the front court on top by 1, just underway from the Galen Center, built in 2006. Here's Smith, out in between the circles, Deal on her. And now a long-range 3 is in and out. This time Kara Dunn could not connect, and the Hawkeyes grab the rebound. Deal brings it across the timeline, now right on the left side of the floor. Hayden whips a pass inside to Stolke, goes up strong off the window. A little bit too much over the front of the rim, and a foul will be called on the rebound. And this will go against Stalkey, going after her own miss.
She was going after her miss, but I really didn't see anything warranting a whistle there. She was just going for the ball. Didn't even really see contact with the opponent.
So the first foul on the Hawkeyes goes to Hannah Stalkey. Here's Smith on the right side of the court. Gives it to Davidson in between the circles, drives down the left side, tries to flip a pass into Iwuchukwu, and she lost control of it, dug up by the Hawkeyes. Then Kylie Feuerbach tried to get a pass to the right side that's stolen by Davidson. Davidson on the left wing, back to the basket. Hands it off to Dunn, makes a move in the paint, stops, floater, 10 feet, good.
Just, again, broken defense. After the turnover, it's always hard to find your matchup. And here we see another quick turnover. Addie Deal sails a pass out of bounds in transition. A little bit of nerves maybe from the Iowa team coming out here to start the game, but needed to take a deep breath together and gather themselves.
Chit-Chat wasn't even looking for the ball down on the left wing. Remember, Addie Deal grew up about 40 miles from here in Irvine, California. USC with the basketball. Down the left side of the lane, Smith, kind of a deliberate dribble, and then finds a seam, goes up, misses it. Second shot attempt blocked by Hayden. Good no call there, and gets it to Deal on the right wing. Now drops it inside to Stalkey, has the ball poked away, but Hannah gathers it again. Has the ball on the right wing, now back to Feuerbach in the paint, and Kylie Feuerbach called for a travel. Trojan basketball, Hawks down 5-2, 7:43 left to go in the first.
Yeah, 3 Hawkeye turnovers in fewer than that minutes. So, but that's, I think it's just some mental errors. They'll be all right.
Jones gets the start, transfer from UCLA, gets it to Smith. Now inside Dunn, faces up down on the right block, and a foul is going to be called on Hannah Stalkey. That'll be a block on her, and that's 2 quick ones at the 7:29 mark of the first quarter.
Oh, that's too bad. Hannah's been playing really, really well coming into today. Obviously leading the conference in rebounding. That's a big hit for the Hawks.
Coming off of back-to-back double-doubles. Breaking free is Davidson. And a backdoor cut on the left side, and another Hawkeye foul. This will be the first on Feuerbach, and already the team's third at the 7:25 mark of quarter number 1.
No, not the start Iowa was hoping for coming into this contest tonight. That being said, the damage is pretty limited at this point. It's still early in this basketball game, so although it definitely doesn't feel smooth at the moment, this is where you need your point guard and your senior leaders to gather the group and say we're good.
And free throw attempt by Jazzy Davidson is no good. So it remains 5-2 USC. Iowa's turned it over 3 times in the last 2 minutes. Second one is good. Davidson has 4. And Chad Wright will bring it across the timeline. Iowa down 4. Angles to the left side. Smith comes out on her, tried to get it to Journey Houston, who came in. And now a Chit-Chat 3 left wing, no. Skipped off the right side of the rim into the hands of Davidson. USC pushes. And Jones, a short corner 3 from the left side is good. London Jones, an outstanding shooter at 12 at Michigan. Knocks down her first 3 ball of the ball game, and just like that, the Hawkeyes down 9-2, not quite 3 minutes into the game.
Well, London Jones is out there to do that. She's playing the backup point guard today, but she's a pure shooter. Started out at UCLA, came here to USC across town, and she's here to shoot the 3, so Iowa has to find her in transition coming out of this timeout.
And the Hawkeyes will talk things over as Jan Jensen calls a timeout with 7:03 left to go in the first. Hawks down 7, 9-2 at the start against USC. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Go for the big Honda savings. Save thousands on a new Honda today with 0.99% financing. Go for the selection and inventory. Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are on sale. Get as low as 0.99% APR on a new 2025 Ridgeline. Go for the most car and driver 10 best awards with 98 trophies. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 3/2/26.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant, and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
7:03 left to go in the opening quarter, 9-2 in favor of USC. The scoreboard update is brought to you by Community Choice Credit Union, home of unbanking. When your bank treats you like a number and not a member, tell them no bank you. We'll get to the other Big Ten scores. Journey Houston, turnaround jumper at the elbow, no good. Missed it from 15 away. Rebound taken down by Davidson. Working the left side, drives toward the baseline, stops, and the jumper no good from 10 feet. And Stremlow is going to be called foul in the act of shooting. And that'll bring the outstanding freshman Jazzy Davidson to the line. Michigan leads Indiana 81-58 in the fourth quarter that early. Ohio State and Wisconsin tied in the second. 1 out of 2 for Davidson. And Michigan State has defeated Purdue 86-65 in West Lafayette. So Davidson with 5, Hawkeyes down 8 with only 2 points at the 6:30 mark of the first quarter. Here is Houston. Flips it inside to Deal, lost control of it. And along the baseline, stepped out of bounds. And she tried to get the ball to Hayden, but before that, the USC tipped it out of bounds, and the Hawkeyes will have possession along the baseline. Flips it inside. Stremlow does to Houston. Turnaround jumper won't go. Came off the left side of the rim, and it's dug up by Smith. She's at the top of the key. Hawks down 8. Here's Davidson, squares up for 3, right wing no. Left-hander missed it. Hayden, weak side rebound. Gets it ahead to Chit-Chat right across the timeline. Now directing traffic. Gets it to Stremlow on the left side. Picks up her dribble, now top of the key. Houston fakes a 15-footer and goes in toward the paint. Turnaround jumper is up and good. And that's great news for Journey Houston, always looking to be aggressive at the offensive end. And here is a jumper wide open left wing, and that's knocked down by London Jones. That's her second long-range shot, and it's 12-4 in favor of the Trojans. Stremlow gets it to Houston at the elbow, then hands it off to Taylor, who rolls in and lays it up with the right hand on the left side as she made a nice cut toward the basket.
This is a game that I like the matchups for both Journey Houston and Taylor Stremlow. USC's very physical, big guards. It's a good game for those two players.
Here's Dunn, hands it off to Kennedy Smith in between the circles. Deal on her, takes her right down the left side of the lane. Left-handed shot is up and no good. Wild off the window, didn't hit the rim, and the ball goes out of bounds. Touch last by USC. Hawkeyes down 6, but have the basketball.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity here for Iowa. Finally a dead ball, got to stop. Now have a really good possession on the offensive end. I think we're yet to do that, actually, Rob, is just have a clean possession all the way through, with the exception of that last one with the Stremlow layup. So here's a good one, even though there's a little bit of token pressure.
And Houston trying to get the ball inbounds, slid her feet, which you can't do, only after a made shot. And that's going to be an unforced error on the Hawkeyes, and the Trojans will have it along the baseline. They get it in to Smith, takes one dribble toward the hoop, lost control of it, and then the ball is dug up by USC. Mendez comes into the game, and a foul will be called on Jazzy Davidson. It looked like she pushed Ava Hayden, who hit the deck.
And Taylor Stremlow saved that baseline out of bounds. Iowa got beat on the action, and then Stremlow had a really nice block from behind.
Hawks down 6 with the basketball. We're under 5 first quarter. In between the circles, Wright tried to get a bounce pass toward Ava Hayden, who's had very limited touches in this game, and the ball is kicked out of bounds, and Hawks will retain possession along the baseline.
Well, that's because of USC's length. They're really long at the guard position. They're just making those passes difficult.
And good on-ball defenders. Hawks get it in. Here's Stremlow working the baseline. Flips it out to Journey Houston. Jumper is good from about 17. Short corner on the left side.
You're seeing Journey step up as she has a lot of times this season. There's more minutes to be had in the absence of Taylor McCabe.
Played a terrific game at Maryland.
She's had quite a few, Rob. She's really steady this freshman year.
Here's a long-range jumper. Davidson left to the top of the key. That's an air ball, and the ball goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes, who've cut that lead for USC to 12-8, as Iowa's made 3 of their last 3 from the floor. Right in the front court. Basket to our left, courtside here at the Galen Center. Top of the key, Stremlow. Fakes, drives left side, hesitation, dribble, now pulls it back out. Here's Hayden on the right side. Makes a fake, goes toward the basket, lost control of the ball and her balance. Shot is no good, and the ball taken down by Raushi Theta. Into the game. Smith, 16-foot jumper just off the elbow, no good. Long rebound, taken down by Kylie Feuerbach. Now to Stremlow on the left wing. Hawks down 4 with the basketball. Bounce pass inside. Hayden works her way toward the rim. Shot is up and good with the left hand on the left block.
Really the first true touch that Ava Hayden has had, and it forces Coach Gottlieb for USC to call a timeout. But she didn't like what she was seeing from her post defense. But I love Iowa working their way back into it. I think Coach Jay called a really good timeout earlier in the basketball game to stop the bleeding and tell her team, hey, we're okay. No need to panic.
And just to get things settled down, terrific timeout by Jan Jensen. And now the Hawkeyes on a 6-0 run the last minute 50, and 4 of their last 5 from the floor, mainly thanks to Journey Houston. What a bounce off the bench she's given the Hawks.
Definite spark plug off the bench, and Taylor Stremlow has been as well. They're just, both of those players, like the reason I say I think this is a good game for them is USC has a lot of length. You look at their guards, it's 6'1", 6'1", 5'11", off the bench 6'2", 6'2". So although they don't necessarily have that height, I think their strength and their ability to play against other physical players makes them really good reserves in this basketball game.
University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 12-10 in favor of the Trojans. 3:35 left to go in the first. USC with the basketball. Jones across the timeline, being defended by Chit-Chat Wright. Remember, Hannah Stalkey picked up her second foul at the 7:29 mark. USC working the ball around the perimeter with 12 to shoot. Jones tries to make a move on the right side, kicks it back out to Mendez. Shot is up and no good. Houston the rebound, gets it quickly to Stremlow. Across the timeline, Taylor free throw line extended right, drops it inside to Hayden. And as Ava was trying to position herself, the ball goes out of bounds. Couldn't handle it, and the Hawkeyes turn it over again.
The post defender released contact on Ava, so all of a sudden she was falling backwards. She's posting so hard, so as soon as that contact releases, she's lucky to not have fallen there. So it was actually really good defense from USC.
Jones brings it across the timeline. USC by 2. Mendez now gets it left side to Jazzy Davidson, takes a dribble and then kicks it back out to Dunn for 3. Knocked it down from the left wing.
Yeah, Kara Dunn, 44% from 3 in the last 5 games.
And the Hawks get it right back. A transition 3 by Kylie Feuerbach from the right wing.
That's the kind of basketball Iowa wants to play. High tempo, high percentage shots.
And a whistle in the paint. Feuerbach hits the deck. And this is going to be a block called on Kylie Feuerbach. That's her second. And that'll get Deal back into the game. So now, Stalkey with 2, Feuerbach with 2. And we're just in the first quarter with 2:31 left to go.
Yeah, another big second foul, and another one where, again, I know I'm home cooking. I'm always going for the Hawkeyes, but there was a lot of contact not initiated by Kylie there. Cara Dunn's extremely physical, so it's too bad sometimes the second person to respond is the one who gets the whistle.
So Cara Dunn made the first, second one in the air, right through, and she has 7 at 26-10 at Michigan the last time out. 17-13, USC. And then a whistle out near the timeline. And this will go against this will go on Ruashi Thita. That'll be her first, 6'2" junior from Lithuania. And the Hawkeyes get it in deep to Houston off the inbounds play. Couldn't connect with the right hand on the left side. And USC quickly down court on top 17-13. 2:12 left to go in the first. And here's a three-pointer right wing that is good. Mendez got one to go. Transfer from Washington State. 6'2" sophomore. And Ava Hayden tries to counter with a 17-foot jumper off the elbow. Shot no good. Mendez gets the rebound, brings it into the front court. And here's a 3 straightaway that is long, and Dunn couldn't connect. 2013, Hawks get the rebound. Deal brings it into the front court. Pulls up her dribble on the right side and then throws it inside to Houston. One dribble, shot left hand, no good. Good defense there by Rao Shathite. And then quickly transition, 15-foot jumper up and good by Jazzy Davidson. Really good in transition.
One of the best in the country, Jazzy Davidson, the freshman for USC, and she just got too deep. She could get as far as she wanted into the lane and was able to take that mid-range jumper. Lefty, she's really silky smooth.
And then a USC foul against Wright, impeding her path to the basket. That'll go on Kennedy Smith. Ball possession for the Hawkeyes, down 22-13.
Well, there's one thing we know. It's that the speaker system in the Galen Center
It works.
It sure does. Makes your heart rattle.
Not that many people here, this 10,000-seat arena, but they've got the speaker system working. And here's another turnover. Lazy pass by Stremlo. And USC in transition gets the ball in deep. Shot no good by Dunn, but a whistle. Stremlo was there and will pick up the foul. That's her second.
Well, Iowa will be ready for this first quarter to end. You got Feuerbach with 2 fouls, Stolke with 2 fouls, both on the bench. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Jay decides to do in this second quarter, whether to let them ride a little bit. Well, and we see here Kylie come into the table. She will ride with her 6th-year senior. Kind of has to in a basketball game like this where you don't want to let it get away.
And Jan Jensen is trying to get an explanation on some of these fouls. Whistle has not gone Iowa's way in the first quarter. 4 free throws for the Trojans, and the first one rolls off the right side, and Dunn will get a second.
It's just been inconsistent, Rob. It's the level of contact that's warranting a whistle seems to be different on each end of the floor, and that's a really challenging way to play.
Dunn second in the air, right through. So Dunn with 8. She's been hot the last 5 games, averaging 25 points. And Hannah Stolke comes back in, as does Kylie Feuerbach, with the Hawkeyes down 10 with 1:06 left to go in the first.
Well, Hannah just has to be careful. USC will be looking to take a charge on her and draw charges on the other end of the court.
Some pressure in the back. Hawkeyes bring it into the front court. Ava Hayden out of the game now in place of Layla Hayes, and she drives in and couldn't connect, too strong off the window. Dunn gets it into the front court. Gets it back from Smith and drains a 3-pointer left to the top of the key.
Miscue there. Dunn got lost in transition, and the way she's been shooting the basketball, you can't lose her. Comes to the top of the key all by herself.
Big lead for the Trojans, up 13 with 30 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. 26-13. Hayes hands it off to Deal, looking for her first basket, gets into the paint, kicks it back out to Chit-Chat Wright. Now to Deal, tries to whip a pass into Hannah Stolke, who was double teamed, and that Wasn't even close to being completed.
No, it wasn't. Went right out of bounds. I do think Addie's contending with some nerve. She's back in her home state, her hometown, gets the start against her former teammate, up for player National Freshman of the Year, Jazzy Davidson. I think she's working through a lot of that here in this first quarter, and that's okay as long as you then use the next 30 minutes to your advantage and kind of get through those early nerves.
Callie Levine in with 15 seconds left to go in the first. That gets Fierbach and also Stalky out of the game to end the first quarter. Hawks down 13. Here is USC with 5 seconds. And a stop. Pop jumper. Davidson at the elbow. Good. And that ends the first 10 minutes. Where really not much of anything went the Hawkeyes' way as USC ends the quarter on a 13-0 run.
Saw Iowa go to a zone there for that very last possession, try to protect their fouls, but all that did was give all sorts of space to Jazzy Davidson. She took 2 dribbles into the 15-foot region and just knocked it down right over Chit Chat. So this is a big timeout for Iowa to talk some things over, decide what they want to adjust, and then I think if I'm Coach Day, I'm probably rolling with Kylie and Hannah here for a little while just to try to get back into this game with the 15-point lead that the Trojans have.
USC averages 68 points a game. They put 28 on the board in the first quarter. Here in Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is corn grows Iowa. It feeds our livestock, nourishes our families, and provides homegrown, clean-burning unleaded 88 for our vehicles. Pump it up with unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to learn more. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Well, let's hope for a big Hawkeye push in the second quarter. We have played one. USC 28, Iowa 13. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life's busy. Quick Start makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks. Hey, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Need gas? We've got fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus perks like free ATMs, no hidden fees, and free air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track. Stop in to Quick Start today.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hi there, this is Jeff Grunder, and I want to share some of our home-style favorites from the Machine Shed. Like our signature Plowman's Meatloaf is a must-try. Served with Parmesan-encrusted sourdough bread, creamy mashed potatoes, pan-roasted gravy, and grilled onions, and topped with onion string. Or indulge in another Shed classic, our country fried steak or chicken. At the Machine Shed, we pride ourselves on serving up delicious, home-cooked meals. Come on in and taste the difference for yourself.
I-80 in Hickman Road, Urbandale. I-80 and Northwest Boulevard, Davenport.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes with the opening possession of quarter number 2. Here's Hayes out near the timeline. Gives it off to Kylie Fierbach in between the circles, drives in the paint, stops, gets it back to Chit Chat right. Now left side short corner, Stalky tried to get it back out to right, and it's knocked out of bounds by Kennedy Smith. The Hawkeyes 5 of 14 in the first quarter, 9 of 19 for USC, 5 of 10, however, from 3 for the Trojans. Hayes posting up. Here's Fierbach, drives down the right side of the lane. Shot is up and no good. Double team, too strong off the window, and then the ball is loose. Touch last by the Hawkeyes. It goes out of bounds over to USC on top 28-13, just underway second quarter.
USC has just been the aggressor in all aspects of the game so far. And let's not forget, Rob, they still want to get back at Iowa for that loss at Carver Hawkeye last year.
Jersey retirement day for Caitlin Clark, and the ball gets away from Smith and goes into the backcourt. Hayden back for Hayes.
After discussion, ball is kicked.
And it'll be a kick ball on the Hawkeyes. So USC will have it along the sideline. 20 on the shot clock, 9:17 left to go in the second. 28-13 Trojans.
Looks like Iowa's sticking with that 2-3 zone that they've played quite a bit of so far this season. Again, protect Hannah Stolke and Kylie Feuerbach with those 2 fouls.
Both out on the floor. Work it into the corner. Davidson tees up a 3. No good off the front of the iron. Rebound and putback is no good by Iwuchukwu. And the Hawkeyes clear the rebound. In transition, Feuerbach, a 3-ball is good from the left wing. Kylie Feuerbach, her second 3.
And her second one in transition. Keep finding her. Find the hot hand. It's going to be someone different every night for Iowa. And tonight so far, it's Kylie.
28-16. Hawkeyes in that 2-3 zone. Deal and Wright out at the perimeter. Turnaround jumper 15. Kennedy Smith, no good. The Hawkeyes grab the rebound. Iowa plus 10 in the rebounding margin category this year. Work the ball inside. Now top of the key, Stolke tried to make a move, lost control of it. Davidson took it away, gets it down to Smith. Wide open layup with the right hand is up and good.
Yeah, way too many turnovers for Iowa so far in this game. Hannah just a little loose with her handle there. She tried to make a move, and it's leading to points on the other end for the Trojans.
And Stolke gets the ball off to Feuerbach. Free throw line extended right, now back to Hannah. And whips it into Hayden, goes up strong with the left hand on the left block, and Ava Hayden gets her second hoop.
I think Ava's a key to this game to get back into it, Rob. You're only down 12, but Ava is such a high percentage shooter. She needs to have more touches.
Got to get some stops. Hawks active on the perimeter defensively. Smith at the high post area. That's usually an open spot against a 2-3. Kick it back out. 3-ball up and good. And that's Kara Dunn. She has been on fire tonight with 14 points. Feuerbach in the front court. 33-18 USC. Hawks with the basketball. A bounce pass intended for Hayden. Picked off by Dunn. Whips it ahead to Jones. Shot is up and good.
Well, another turnover, just going straight down the other direction, scoring points off turnovers. That the 13th USC point off of an Iowa turn.
35-18 USC. Hawks with the basketball. Here's Wright in between the circles. Hayden out near the three-point arc. Looks inside. Still is looking for something to develop. Takes one dribble. Now at the top of the key. Still needs some help. Feuerbach gets the handoff. And now a bounce pass to Stolke. She's doubled. Now back to Hayden. Drives in. Contact before the shot. And this will go against the Trojans. Second on Jazzy Davidson. An outstanding 6'1 freshman. Had 11 and 4 boards at Michigan. And also 7 assists. Mendez back for USC. Hayden at the free throw line. First one up and no good. Off the back of the bracket.
Ava 68% on the year from the free throw line. I think she'll split here though. Get the second one down.
Eyes the hoop. Second one right through. Ava with 5. And it's 35-19. 6:50 left to go in the second quarter. USC basketball. Jones calls out the play. Lindsay Gottlieb wants. Call a play about every time down in the half court. Now at the free throw line is Mendez. Kicks it back out to Davidson. 3-ball no good right side. And into the hands of Stremlo. Taylor brings it across the timeline with that right-handed dribble. Now shifts to the left. Gets a screen. Hesitates toward the left side. Now Feuerbach tees up another 3. Left wing no. This one hard off the left side of the iron. And taken down by Mendez. In the front court. USC working the ball around the arc on top 35-19 as we approach 6 until halftime. Coming off a screen, stop and pop from 17. Jones is good. Mid-range jumper, she has 9.
Well, it's just way too easy for USC right now. Even against this zone, they're finding gaps. Iowa not really moving as quickly as they need to help each other out when there's ball screen action, whether it's a zone or player-to-player defense.
And a foul called on USC. Raushi Thite picks up her second. Still ball possession for Iowa along the baseline. Down 37-19. Stremlo looks inside, fakes a pass. Now gets it to Tegan Mulaney into the game on the left wing. Now to Hayden outside the paint. Now Wright comes off a screen. 3-ball. Knocks it down from the left side.
Good execution there by Iowa. A little screen away by Taylor Strumlow to free up Chit Chat. She knocks it down on that left wing.
37-22. Here's a move along the baseline. Up strong. Shot good. Jazzy Davidson with 11. You're right, Catherine. Just too easy for USC at the offensive end. Then Stremlow lost control of the ball at the timeline. Scoops a pass inside to Houston as she lays it up and in. Defensively, USC just committed so much toward the timeline.
Extreme composure there by Journey Houston, too, to gather that, not let it go out of bounds first, and then to finish with two defenders trying to trail her from behind.
And Mendez can't connect on a three-pointer deep in the right corner. Long rebound, hauled down by the Hawkeyes. And Tegan Mullaney for three, no good. Just a little bit too strong, missed it right at the top of the key, but the ball goes out of bounds along the baseline, touched last by USC. 4:55 left to go in the second, 39-24. Trojans, Hawks trying to mount a comeback.
Yeah, every time they do, though, it seems like USC's answering really quickly. So, again, you're down, but you're not out of this basketball game, especially the way that USC's shooting it. They're really hot in this first half. Iowa's turning it over too much. We all know that. But that's the thing, is you can clean up those turnovers, and then you can't expect the team to continue at this high clip. USC right now, 43% from three, and doing it even better than that from the field overall. So, you know, those things are in your favor when you think about the length of a basketball game. You got a lot of time left to chip away.
USC on the season just 30% from three, but they have made 5 of their last 7 from the floor. At the game or at home, it's Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages that'll score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Don't forget to take a fast break on heating costs this winter. Tune up your furnace, seal drafts, and visit MidAmericanEnergy.com for more ways to stay warm while using less energy. 4:55 left to go in the second. Both teams have scored 11 points in quarter number 2. 39-24 USC over the Hawks. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything. Square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
4:55 left to go in the second quarter. USC 39, Iowa 24. Hawkeyes saddled with foul problems and turnovers have plagued Iowa. 9. And USC with 9 assists and just 1 turn.
Exactly. A lot of the story is right there. You look at USC has 13 points off of Iowa's 9 turnovers. I think the foul trouble has just changed the style of play for Iowa. But again, you just got to go back to your roots, do what you're good at to get back in this game.
Hawks with the basketball, get it in. Here's Stremlow working the baseline, then brings it back to right. Back to Stremlow for 3. Right wing, no good. And a weak side rebound taken down by Mendez of USC. Here's a pass inside. Shot is up and no good. Missed by Williams. She was open. Then the margin of error closed in. Defense got there. Laura Williams, a 6'1" redshirt freshman, plays about 8 minutes a game. As Chit-Chat Wright comes off a screen. Mid-range jumper no good. And rebound taken down by SC. On top 39-24. Trojans in the front court. Around the outer arc, and now Smith makes her way into the paint. Floater, no. Goes after the ball, tipped it, but into the hands of Chit-Chat Wright. Brings it across the timeline, one-handed pass to Stremlo, left wing. Puts it on the floor, then stops and fires a three and knocks it down. Off the dribble three for Taylor Stremlo, who has 5.
Those back-to-back stops for Iowa, and they work on those situations in practice, stringing together stops and getting scores along the way. Have to do that here.
Hawkeye fans behind the bench coming alive as Iowa pulls to within 12. Top of the key, Dunn for 3, in and out. Houston the rebound. Hawks trying to push. Now here's Wright across the timeline against Jones. Gets it to Stremlo, whips it inside. Hayden goes to work, had it blocked, got it back, and scores off of Laura Williams.
Really persistent there by Ava Hayden. Again, the more touches she has, the better, whether it's her or kicking it back out to create something for her guards.
And Hayden gets a hand on the ball, but it goes right to Dunn, who makes her way to the hoop, and a whistle. And Hayden will end up with her first foul, as Iowa has pulled to within 10, closest they've been in a while, in a 7-0 run.
Yeah, and a bunch of the starters checking back in here for USC. Not surprising, as Iowa had 3 consecutive stops. Could turn out to be a 4th here if she doesn't convert at the free throw line. But you're seeing some really good energy out of the Hawks. They're not going anywhere. They can chip away at this as long as they can.
So Dunn at the line after being fouled by Hayden on the drive. First one is good.
Well, the Hawkeye faithful are letting these refs hear about it here in the Galen Center. You know, anywhere you go, you're going to have quite a good Hawkeye contingent.
Second one up and right through. So Kara Dunn with 16 first half points, and it's 41-29. USC extends that lead, approaching 3 minutes left to go in the second, but Hawkeye basketball. Here's Wright on the left side. Comes to the top of the key, hesitates, drives in, scoop shot, window, count it.
It's as nice a move as I've seen Chit-Chat make all year. Through the legs, hesitation, and then just little English to make the finish.
And then Jones, a spin move in the paint. Shot is up and no good. Off balance. Hayden was there defensively. Hawks get the rebound. Can cut this lead to single digits, and then Wright is fouled at the top of the key. And that's just the 3rd team foul on USC. Smith's 2nd. Ball possession for the Hawks. Stremlo to Wright, top of the key. Now back to Stremlo. Fires a 3 left wing. Count it! Taylor Stremlo on fire in the second quarter.
And she understood the assignment. She knows her buddy Taylor McCabe down with an ACL for the year. Somebody's got to make those threes, and Stremlo's up to the job.
41-34. Hawks have made 3 of their last 3. Now playing defense. Davidson on the move, gets into the paint. Scoop shot against Hayden, no. And then Mulaney goes after the rebound, and she's fouled from behind by Iwu Chukwu. That'll be a push on her in the 4th foul in the quarter on USC, who have no field goals the last 3:19.
Iowa's gotten out of the zone, back to their player-to-player. They've picked up their aggressiveness, and they're doing a good job of playing without 2 of their starters right now. You got to be happy with what you're getting off your bench.
Stalky with 2, Feuerbach with 2. Right across the timeline, 41-34. USC approaching 2 left to go as Wright slips, gets it to Mulaney. As Davidson knocked the ball away from Teagan, she puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line. Now back to Stremlo for 3. All net for Taylor Stremlo, left to the top of the key.
I love it. The kid out of Wisconsin comes out to California and has herself a first half. Taylor Stremlo, big time.
With 11, top of the key jumper is good by Davidson. That's a long 2. She has 13, and it's 43-37. Stremlo on the point, brings it across the timeline. Angles right side. Mendez at 6'1" comes out on her. Now Hayden near the elbow. Hands it off to Wright. Fakes a 3. Gets into the paint. Shot is up and no good short. Hayden gets the rebound 14 feet away. Drives in. Left-handed shot. No good. Came off the right side of the rim. Iwu Chukwu with the rebound. USC in the front court. Here's a deep 3 in the corner. Hit the side of the glass by Mendez.
One of those 2-for-1 situations here with just a minute on the clock. Iowa can try to get a quick one.
55 seconds left to go. Wright, free throw line extended on the left side. Gets it high post area. Journey Houston jumper, no. And the ball goes out of bounds as it was lost by Iwu Chukwu. And it will be Hawkeye basketball. 20 on the shot clock, 49-4 on the game clock. USC just one of their last 8. Hawks get it in, down 43-37. Stremlow 3-ball again, short corner left side, no good. Houston gets the rebound, flips it to Stremlow. Now back to Mullaney for 3, no good. Back iron, looked good, just a little bit long, and USC gets the rebound. In the front court, Davidson, a couple of dribbles, 3-ball, no. And nice box out by Wright. She has the basketball. And now we'll slow things down with one opportunity to score at the end of the second quarter. Hawks can hold the basketball, right? Out near the timeline with 14 seconds. Cassie Davidson out on her. Hawks now go with 7. Wright gets it to Houston at the three-point arc. Now back to Wright. 3-ball, no good. Mullaney the rebound, couldn't get it to go with the right hand on the left side. A nice rebound by Tegan Mullaney, just couldn't get it to go. But a good close to the second quarter by the Hawkeyes, who outscored the Trojans in the second, 24-15.
Couldn't really ask for a better close to that, other than that layup going for Tegan Mullaney. You had really good execution of that last second shot here for Iowa to close out the half. A good look from 3 for Chit Chat. A nice offensive rebound, just couldn't get the layup to go for Mullaney. But Iowa was trailing by as much as 18 with 6 minutes to go in this second quarter. So to go into the halftime break just down 6, and with, I would say, quite a bit of momentum considering USC's one of their last 9 field goals, you got to be feeling pretty good if you can just get over some of the things you didn't love about that first half.
And Kylie Fierbach with 2. Hannah Stalkey picked up her second at the 7:29 mark of the first quarter. Very few minutes for 2 starters, but Taylor Stremlow, huge in this ball game. Stop by and see what everyone is talking about at the Watermill Kitchen and Bar, voted the 2025 Best New Restaurant by the Corridor Business Journal. This modern Midwestern restaurant, located in the heart of the Iowa River Landing, features chef-inspired takes on all of your favorite dishes, with amazing daily specials, unique cocktails, and monthly events. Stick around for the Hawkeye halftime show from Southern California. It is USC 43, Iowa 37 at intermission. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringBeyond to learn more.
RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics, and we understand there's a number for everything: square footage, down payment, interest rates. But how do you measure the trust you have in your agent? For a RE/MAX agent, it's not about numbers on a contract. It's being a trusted RE/MAX agent. That means you'll get honest advice, expert guidance, and someone who's committed to your success. Because while numbers count, trust is what truly matters. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. Each office independently owned and operated.
Celebrate the legendary Donnie Baker with a night of non-stop laughs at the Donnie Baker Ron Sexton Memorial Tour, coming to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort. On Friday, January 30th, hear fellow Bob and Tom Show comedians Bob Zaney, Greg Hahn, and Kostaki Economopoulos share outrageous stories and never-before-heard moments from the road. Purchase your tickets for this heartfelt and hilarious tribute now at riversidecasinoandresort.com or stop at our gift shop. It's going to be a night of laughs you won't forget.
On the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield, this is the Hawkeye Halftime Show. Here's Rob Brooks and former Hawkeye Catherine Reynolds.
Well, welcome back to USC in the Galen Center, where Iowa currently trails the Trojans at the half, 37-43. And it is time for our halftime stats report, brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Well, we'll start on the Iowa half of the box score, looking at those 37 points, doing it on 39% shooting from the field, 14 for 36. 46% from three, a lot of that charge being led by Taylor Strimlow, but as a team, 6 for 13. And then 75% from the free throw line, 3 for 4. Leading scorer for the Hawks at the half is Taylor Strimlow with 11 points on 4 of 6 shooting. She's 3 for 5 from 3, has a rebound, an assist, and a big block to go along with it. Ava Hayden, the second leading scorer, with 7 points on 3 of 7 shooting. Hasn't gotten a ton of touches the way USC's defense is disrupting this Iowa offense. She has 6 rebounds as well. Want to mention Hannah Stolke only played 6.5 minutes in that first half due to her 2 quick fouls to start the basketball game. And Kylie Feuerbach with her as well with 2 fouls, only played 10.5 minutes in that first half. USC shooting at 41% from the field on 15 of 37 shooting, 35% from 3, 6 for 17, and 70% from the free throw line, 7 for 10. Leading scorer at the half for the Trojans is Kara Dunn with 16 points. She's 4 for 7 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3. She's 5 for 6 from the free throw line. She's gotten there quite a few times. Has 3 boards as well. Second leading scorer, no surprise, Jazzy Davidson, the Trojans' leading scorer on the season with 13 points, 5 for 11, just 1 for 6 from 3, not that she's been shy about getting them up. 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, and 5 assists for the Trojans' leading scorer and assist leader. A couple of other comparisons to note. Iowa out-rebounding the Trojans at the half, 25-16. Iowa, though, with 9 turnovers to just 1 for the Trojans, and USC has capitalized on those 9 turnovers with 13 points off Iowa turnovers. Also want to note, Iowa with 17 points off the bench to USC's 3, and then points in the paint, Iowa 14, USC 8. All of that leading up to a USC 43, Iowa 37 at the half.
And Hannah Stolke played 6 minutes and 29 seconds. Kylie Feuerbach 10:28, and needed those points off the bench for sure. Hawks outscore USC 24-15 in the second, but have not led in this game. Remember, down 18 at the 6:03 mark were the Hawkeyes. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this season, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 43-37, Hawks back in it. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier. We've got everything you need right here, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quick Star's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quick Star's here for you whenever you need us.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
USC 43, Iowa 37. We are at the half from downtown LA. And this scoreboard update is brought to you by Community Choice Credit Union. High fees, unfair charges, no early paydays, no bank you. Become an unbanker instead at Community Choice. Plenty of action in the top 25 as number 7 Louisville is going to defeat Stanford. 49 seconds left to go, 82-64. Cardinal on top. Number 20, Duke, 69. Miami, 55, with 1:42 left to go in the fourth. At the half, it is number 3, South Carolina, 38. Auburn, 16. Texas has defeated Florida. The Longhorns, number 4, won by 20, 88-68. LSU, 92. Arkansas, 70. In the Big Ten, number 9, Michigan, no problem with Indiana. What's that make the Hoosiers now? 0-10. In the league, 95-67 the final. Texas A&M loses at number 10 Oklahoma, 85-58. Number 11 Ohio State. Close game early, not at the end. The Buckeyes defeat Wisconsin 81-58, and Tennessee loses to Mississippi State 77-62. Number 24 Alabama 68. Number 23 Georgia 53, and number 12 TCU escapes Kansas 79-77, and number 13 Michigan State wins at West Lafayette against the Boilermakers 86-65. With RE/MAX, it's more than numbers on a contract. It's about trust, honest advice, and expert guidance. Because while numbers count, trust matters most. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of Iowa Athletics. 43-37. Hawkeyes trail, but remember, we're down 18 midway through the second quarter, and Iowa's already back out on the court warming up. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through life care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need, so you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles, or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
In the Big Ten, 18 schools,
one blood drive competition with a life-saving purpose. We give blood. This season, your one donation helped save up to 3 lives. And together, we saved over 200,000. But the need for blood never stops. So keep your sleeves rolled up. Keep giving blood. Keep saving lives. Visit big10.org/Abbott to donate.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
43-37, the Hawkeyes trail, but things are looking up much better than they did midway through quarter number 2, thanks to 17 bench points by the Hawkeyes, and that really was Taylor Stremlow with 11, Journey Houston with 6. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's all-suite Homewood Suites in the Iowa River Landing, along with the Home 2 Suites, both Hilton hotels. Relax in spacious suites with kitchens and enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour gym, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. Third quarter action next. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, or just need someone to listen, 988 provides a direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org.
This is Jordan Sekefetz here for my dad Brian and his crew at Dodge Street Tire. For over 30 good years, they have taken care of their customers and treated them like neighbors. This season, if your car or truck is struggling to compete, take a shot with Dodge Street Tire. You won't have to jump through hoops to ensure quality and honest service for Hawkeye fans everywhere. Whether it's new tires or engine trouble, Dodge Street Tire will score a win for you and your family. At the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Iowa Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
USC with the basketball. Both teams fail to score their first possession, and USC comes right back. Kara Dunn gets down on the block, goes to work in 18 for her. She's been hot as of late, and a whistle away from the ball along the baseline as Stalky had the ball out front. Iwuchukwu picks up her second. Hawkeyes with the starting 5 out there. Feuerbach, Stalky, Hayden, Deal, and Wright. Feuerbach will throw it in along the baseline. 45-37 in favor of USC, and gets it to Deal, who slithers toward the basket, goes up, and a jump ball is called. Somehow got through 2 USC players, but then she was tied up as she was going to go up for a shot.
All right, here we go. One more time, super loud.
But now the Hawkeyes will retain possession as USC on the opening possession of the third quarter. Lob pass out to Deal in between the circles from Feuerbach. Puts it on the floor down the left side, stops. Turnaround jumper up, no good. Skipped off the right side of the rim. And USC with the rebound on the move. Jones in the front court. Drives down the left side against Wright and has to pull it back out. Now Dunn, high post area. Iwuchukwu And then Dunn lost control of the ball, and they got it back to Jazzy Davidson, who knows what to do with it. Knocked down a three-pointer from the right wing.
And she hit that over the outstretched arms of Ava Hayden, 6'3", 6'4" type length. Davidson's a pretty special player, Rob.
Just a freshman at 6'1", highly recruited, has 16. Feuerbach at the elbow, gives it to Stalky, 14 feet from the hoop, back to Deal. Drives down the left side, kicks it to Stalky, baseline jumper is good from 15.
Really nice action for Iowa. Again, it's taken them a little while, even 2 minutes into this quarter, to just get a good offensive possession. I think the more they can do that and play under control, the better.
USC with a 9-point advantage. Almost 2 minutes into third quarter action. Davidson being defended by Feuerbach. Gets the ball back from Smith. And now a three-pointer by Dunn, no good. Curled off the right side, offensive rebound taken down by USC. Here's Jones racing toward the basket and then flips it off to Iwachukwu. Missed it from the free throw line. No good from 15. Hawks get the rebound. Down by 9. Here's Stalky, goes up strong, left-handed layup, good. Nice assist from Chit-Chat Wright.
You can just feel the difference that it makes for Iowa to have Hannah Stolke on the floor. Gets the big board, runs all the way down the length of the court, and gets the left-hand finish.
She has 4 in the quarter, 6 for the ball game. Hawks pulled to within 7. Down by as many as 18 in the second quarter. And here's a three-pointer that is no good. Missed by Jones from the right side. Long rebound to Chit-Chat Wright. Drops it off the Deal, almost lost control of the ball. Puts it on the floor, gets into the paint, turns, gets it back to Chit-Chat. Right at the top of the key. Lob pass to Hayden, opposite side. Left-handed layup, good.
Great find by Chit-Chat Wright. I'm not sure how she saw Ava streaking on the left side to the rim, but great pass and then a nice finish for Ava through contact.
Davidson puts it on the floor, drives baseline, kicks it inside to Iwachukwu, and in traffic goes up and finishes for her first basket and is fouled.
Just unfortunate there. Nice transition offense by USC, and then too bad Kylie kind of lost her footing, and then just trying to make up for it. Addie sees that her teammate's down and tries to make a foul. Tough going so far in this game for Addie Deal, but the way Taylor Stremlow played in the first half, nice to see her back in the game as well.
She is first in off the Iowa bench, had 11 in the first 2 quarters, had 8 and 4 boards against Ohio State. Remember, she has started 7 games this year. That was Deal's first foul. Free throw good by Iwachukwu. Completes the three-point play. That one bounced on the rim about 3 times and fell in. 51-43, well, USC.
I suppose that's what the rim's there for. You might as well use it. Let that thing bounce in.
Well, she used it. Stremlow across the timeline on the point. And a reach is going to be called on Jazzy Davidson going after the steal. And that should be 3 on her.
I'm hoping that it leads to a sub here. I know Coach Lindsay Gottlieb's asking her bench, hey, what do we want to do? Let her go? And they trust her to play with those 3 fouls.
Stremlow gets it into Wright. Now to Stalky. Outside the arc, now to Stremlow, brings it top of the key, whips a pass inside. Hayden goes to work. Right-handed layup is good.
When USC goes to their bench, they have no answer for Ava Hayden. This is the time to capitalize on feeding your post player.
It's a short bench for USC, and Malia Samuels is out with injury for tonight's game, and Hannah Stalky, as USC goes in deep, picks up her 3rd. And she'll come out of the game. Journey Houston back in, who played 14 minutes of the first half, had 6 points.
And 5 boards, and
right.
that's picking up where Hannah leaves off when she's in the game for Stolke.
Dunn at the free throw line, connects on the first. 19 points for her, transfer from Georgia Tech. Second one is in the air and short. Nice box out by Houston. Quickly gets the ball to Chit-Chat Wright, 52-45. Hawks have trailed the entire game as we approach 6 left to go in the third. Wright gets a screen from Houston, comes off of it, top of the key, whips a pass inside to a wide open Journey Houston, who knocks it down. She has 8.
I love when the highlights just make themselves. A no-look pass from Chit-Chat to Ava Hayden streaking to the rim.
And now a foul. That'll be a block on Hayden, her second.
No, I misspoke. Journey Houston there with that layup
Right.
streaking in the rim. My apologies, but either way, it looked really good while it was happening.
We'll take anybody that knocks them down.
In the no look from Chit Chat. Put that on the highlight reel.
USC gets it inbounds. Sets things up with Smith. She gets it back from Dunn and then lost control of the basketball to Fierbach, who pushes it ahead. Stremlow behind the back to Journey Houston. Left-handed layup is good. A perfect no-look behind the back pass from Taylor Stremlow.
And just like that, it's a three-point basketball game. The Hawks are right back in this one.
With momentum. Jones gets it off to Raoshi Thite, and that 15-foot jumper is no good. Hawks get the rebound. Down court. Here's Fierbach, free throw line extended left, drives baseline, reverse layup is no good. Mendez was there defensively. Down court pass retrieved by Smith. She makes a move in the paint. Right-handed layup good.
No, not the worst thing there. Iowa gets the ball back right away. Kylie Fierbach probably fouled on that last take, but Iowa needs a good possession here just to kind of keep this mojo going.
But went after 6'2", Mendez, who's a shot blocker. Here is Chit Chat right for three, left to the top of the key, no. Rebound hauled down. A tough rebound by Dunn. One-handed pass ahead to Jones for three, right at the top of the key, good.
Now, when threes are going down for USC, they're really tough to beat. But again, I'm playing percentages here. If Iowa can just hold serve, they'll be all right going down the stretch.
All of a sudden, Iowa down by 9. Here's Stremlow, left wing. Jones on her, brings it out near the logo here at the Galen Center. A lot of dribbling from Stremlow, and then a double dribble's called. Mulaney, Stolke, back for the Hawkeyes. Timeout on the court.
Well, I think this timeout comes at a good time. Iowa had cut that lead to 3. Now it's stretched back to 8. USC just has clear the green light for these shooters that come down and take no time and launch threes. I don't think you're always expecting that, so it can be hard to guard. So I think this timeout comes at a good time for Iowa to regroup, make a couple of substitutions, and then come out and finish this third quarter strong.
And transition threes, the Hawkeye defense not able to get back and get set with those three-pointers. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated and voted best of the area for a dozen straight years, proudly supports Iowa women's basketball. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets. 4:12 left to go in the third. USC 57, Iowa 49. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
At MidAmerican Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy eddy from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
USC has outscored Iowa in the third quarter 14-12, lead at 57-49. USC from 3, 8 of 21. So they've put up 21 three-pointers. The Hawkeyes 6 of 14, almost 43%. Compassionate help anytime, anywhere. Call or text 988. It'll be USC basketball with 4:12 left to go in the third. Jones brings it across the timeline, hands it off to Dunn. Now back to Jones on the right wing, drops it inside to Dunn, goes to work down low, lays it up and in.
Not surprised to see them go right at Hannah Stuelke's matchup, knowing she doesn't want to get that fourth foul.
Here's Mulaney in the front court. Hands it off to Chit-Chat right. Stuelke trying to post down on the block. High post area Houston, now back to right at the elbow. Now Mulaney, top of the key, puts it on the floor. Jumper is up and no good. Missed it from 10 feet. That's a couple of jumpers by Teagan that have dropped halfway in and popped out.
Well, Coach Jensen likes her size in this game with these long guards for USC.
On the move in the paint, the runner good by Kennedy Smith. She has 6. And just like that, 61-49. USC with the advantage, Hawkeyes with the basketball. 3:15 left to go in the third. Stuelke at the elbow. Hands it off to right. Now backs up behind the arc. Now a hand off to Stremlo, drives down the right side. 11 to shoot. Now Mulaney. Back to right. Gets a Stuelke screen, gets to the free throw line to the lane. Shot is up and no good with the left hand. USC with the rebound. In transition, Smith goes right to the hoop. Layup good, timeout Hawks.
Whew, that happened fast. So a quick run here by USC. Went from just a minute ago, Iowa had cut it to 3 points, and now with the 11-0 run, USC stretches this to a 14-point lead.
And they've made 5 of their last 5 from the floor. Ava Hayden will come back in with 2:45 left to go in the third. Hawks need to make a move now after the Southern California run of 11-0. 63-49 Trojans. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Did you know that UI uses the same amount of energy as the rest of Iowa City? That's why we have our own power plant and we're committed to making it clean. Deep in the boiler rooms, engineers from the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative are optimizing the power plant so it can handle cost-effective alternate fuels more efficiently. Learn more about it at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. That's uiowaenergycollaborative.com.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Xtreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Go for the big Honda savings. Save thousands on a new Honda today with 0.99% financing. Go for the selection and inventory. Honda cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs are on sale. Get as low as 0.99% APR on a new 2025 Ridgeline. Go for the most Car and Driver 10 Best Awards with 98 trophies. Search your local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details. Financing on credit approval offer ends 3/2/26.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Smith, she gets it back from Dunn and then lost control of the basketball to Fierbach, who pushes it ahead. Stremlo behind the back to Journey Houston. Left-handed layup is good. A perfect no-look behind the back pass from Taylor Stremlo. A pretty play that resulted in Iowa at that time trailing only by 3 points, 52-49. But then USC really took over from that point on an 11-0 run right now, the last 2:12. That is the move of the game. With RE/MAX, it's more than numbers on a contract. It's about trust, honest advice, and expert guidance, because while numbers count, trust matters most. RE/MAX, the official real estate partner of the Hawkeyes. Inside-outside game. Hawks now with Stremlo in between the circles. Feeds inside. Stuelke goes strong down on the right block, couldn't get it to go. A little too strong off the window, but fouled, and she'll shoot a pair.
Well, good patient possession there from Iowa. Got through every option of that play. Had a look for Chit Chat from three. She didn't like it, so she's patient. Makes the extra pass to Strumlow, who then eventually feeds Hannah Stolke. And there another really good-looking free throw. Hits nothing but net.
And it was 7. Dunn picks up her second personal. Vital to score with the clock not moving, and Stolke does just that. Now 4 for 4 at the line. She has 26 rebounds the last 2 games coming into tonight. 63-51, 2:20 left to go in the third quarter. Plenty of time for the Hawks. Smith on the left wing. Drops it down to Dunn. Short corner, moves into the paint, backs into Stolke, who bats the basketball away along the baseline, out of bounds. USC will have it with 11 to shoot.
Really good defense from Stolke there. Just waited for her to put the ball on the floor and batted it away rather than using her body and gathering a foul.
USC gets it in. Here's Davidson on the left wing, brings it toward the top of the key. Now hands it off to Smith, racing toward the basket down the lane. Acrobatic shot is up and good. Smith with 10 has 3 players for USC in double figures. 65-51 Trojans. Hawkeyes with the basketball. Here's Wright. Gets a screen. Weaves her way toward the paint. Now on the baseline to Stolke. Stremlow, free throw line extended. Wright takes one dribble. Now back to Stolke. 15-foot jumper, no good. Missed it from the free throw line. Rebound taken down by Davidson. Down court pass to Smith. Gets it out to Raoshi Thite. Now Jones, top of the key. Baseline, Dunn. Makes a move in the paint. Kicks it left side, Smith. 3 ball, no good. Right off the left side of the iron, and a late whistle. And a hold is going to be called on Ava Hayden.
Well, that's really unfortunate for Iowa. Almost 30-second shot clock worth of good defense, and then just Ava being too physical at the last second. When it would have been Iowa's ball, the basketball was going straight out of bounds off the long rebound.
That's 3 on Hayden. 65-51, approaching 1 minute left to go in the third. And the Trojans have the basketball. Runner, paint, window, good by Kara Dunn. 23 for her. Averages 15.4, but 25 the last 5. 3 ball deep in the corner by Strumlow, no good on the left wing. Rebound taken down by Smith. 43 seconds left to go in the third. Here's a 3-pointer. That is good by Jones from the right side.
Oh, and it rains, it pours, and it has a couple different times here for USC. They're not afraid to get up threes, and when they're hitting them like they are right now at just under a 40% clip, it's tough to defend that.
18-2 run by USC. 70-51 the deficit. Hawkeyes with 15 seconds can hold the ball for the final seconds of the third quarter. Here's Stremlow, left wing, dribbles between her legs, and a wild shot is no good. That's a long 2. The ball goes out of bounds. Still 5.1 left to go, and it will be USC basketball.
Well, we talked about before the game, Rob, USC's been right there in a lot of games against a lot of really good teams, and they feel like they're really close to the verge of a breakthrough. Now, I know there's still 10 minutes to go in this game, but so far it's been that breakthrough game for a really good team who just hasn't gotten over the hump yet.
Jones in the backcourt, races across the timeline, reverses the right side, and then runs out of time. Only had 5 seconds, and just too much dribbling. Never got a shot off as a 7-0 run to finish the quarter by USC. In Iowa, we grow corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel with Unleaded 88. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with Unleaded 88. Hawk fans throughout the season, join Jan Jensen for Hawk Talk, presented by Oak Knoll, live from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar inside the Hyatt Regency in Coralville. Hawk Talk with Coach Jensen takes place weekly from 6 until 7. You can visit HawkeyeSports.com to take a look at the full schedule. We'll be there Monday night once we get back from the West Coast. Monday night, the next Hawk Talk from the Watermill Kitchen and Bar. work to do for the Hawkeyes here, down 70-51. We head to the fourth from downtown LA. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Life moves fast. Quick Start keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a bakery treat, or take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. While you're fueling up with our fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air, always clean stores, clean restrooms, and a smile for your day. Hey, we're all about saving you time, money, and making life easier. Quick Star's here for you. Whenever you need us, we got you covered.
Hi, I'm Gary Dolphin, and if you want your home to be exceptionally comfortable during these cold Iowa winters and hot, humid summers, you need to turn to Dave Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Lennox has been serving Iowa consumers since 1895, when Dave Lennox built his first furnace in Marshalltown, and Lennox is still building its high-efficiency furnaces and air conditioners there today. For the best home comfort system you can buy, it's Lennox and your local Lennox dealer. Lennox and the Hawkeyes. Now there's a winning combination.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Well, the Hawkeyes need a big 10 minutes here, down 70-51, as USC 9 of 23 from 3, 39%. It seems like they've made more and even a better percentage. And they have the basketball to open up the fourth quarter. On top by 19. That's the big lead for the Trojans tonight. On the left wing, Mendez into the game. Stops about 14 feet away. Kicks it back out to Dunn. She fakes, drives paint all the way to the window. Shot no. And a whistle underneath. Stalkey hit the deck, and we're going to get an offensive foul.
Well, it's a good start, as good as any the Hawks could hope when they're starting on the defensive end of the floor. Draw another foul, get the basketball back, and you have to take it one possession at a time, but do your work quickly with this fourth quarter.
Stops and buckets, what the Hawkeyes need. Wright brings it across the timeline. Angles toward the right side, now brings it out in between the circles. High post area, Stalkey turns and faces. One dribble back to Chit-Chat off a screen. Jumper short from 16. Rebound taken down by Dunn. Ahead to Davidson, who only had one basket in the third quarter and a whistle as she made a move in the lane. And a hold will be called on Taylor Stremlow, her third.
It was nice action on this end of the floor for Iowa. A little screen away, come off the handoff for Chit-Chat Wright, and just kind of the story of the night. Just a little bit short on that jumper, but a really good look.
Ball possession for SC. On top 70-51, almost a minute into the fourth quarter. Jones, left side, dribbles behind her back. Mendez, top of the key, reverses the ball to Davidson. Three-pointer, all net from the right wing.
Well, Jazzy Davidson showing why she's going to be in contention for National Freshman of the Year. She's done it all this evening.
Hawks in the front court. Houston knocks down a 16-foot jumper straight away. Journey Houston with 12. USC quickly down court. Hawks down 20. Haven't been in this position all year. Mendez, a three-pointer, no good, left wing. Rebound done. Couple of bodies fly, and her short jumper paint is no good. Stremlow brings it into the front court across the timeline. Zigzag dribble, now gives it to Feuerbach. Rolls a pass inside to Stalkey. She tried to get position down on the block, and Iwu-Chukwu will pick up her third. Journey Houston's top offensive performance this year, 14 at Rutgers. Did have 10 at Maryland. We talked about her outstanding performance in that game. Hawks get it in. Feuerbach for three off the inbounds pass. No good. Missed it from the corner on the left side. A rebound to USC. And now a three-pointer right at the top of the key is no good by Smith. Long rebound hauled down by Wright in transition. Kicks it left side, Stremlow for three. Good foul through, no good. And the ball tipped to Hayden by Stalkey. And the shot goes down, and we've got a Trojan player down in the paint. And another terrific play by Hannah Stalkey on the rebound to keep that ball alive.
Yeah, and the offensive rebound might actually go to Ava Hayden, but if you saw the play, the credit needs to go to Hannah Stalkey. She just has such an ability to get up. Her vertical jump has been incredible and allows so many extra possessions for Iowa, where she just tips it over to her teammate, Ava Hayden, who's able to finish.
Hayden with 10. Trojan player still down underneath the basket.
Yeah, grabbing kind of her right quad and her knee. She's definitely freaked out. Sometimes when you have these injuries, a lot of times it's scary. And as a player, you don't know what's wrong. You just know something hurts. And so you're hoping for the best here for USC Trojan on the court.
It's Vivian Iwachukwu. Something to do with her right leg. And she's going to be helped to her feet. 6'3" sophomore. Her 10th start. And is going to get some assistance to the USC locker room. So that'll get Gerda Rau Shathite back into the game, 6'2" junior. And it will be USC basketball after the Hawkeye made basket, 73-55. 7:45 left to go in the game. USC reverses the ball around the arc. Davidson comes off a screen, one dribble, stop, 17-foot jumper, good.
She's
got a smooth left-handed stroke.
Yeah, I got about 5 of those, just one dribble, pull-up jumper from 15 feet, and she's left-handed, which is also a little different to defend, but man, she can play.
Stalkey, it's a pass from Feuerbach, working the right side, and now Kylie puts the ball on the floor, 17-foot jumper, no good. Nice save along the baseline by Stremlow, flips it to Stalkey, layup good.
Extreme extra effort there from Taylor Stremlow, broken play that she saved to get that ball to Stalkey.
And then Smith flying through the paint for USC, loses control of the ball and out of bounds. Over to the Hawkeyes, Houston back in.
Rob, we got a couple of special listeners tonight, I hear. We got Bethany Doolittle, Iowa alum.
Right.
You think I could say her name at this point, but she's listening all the way from
we know who she is.
All the way from North Carolina. And then strength coach Lindsay Alexander, she's got her 90-year-old Aunt Barb listening tonight, and a handful of people that we sure do love here in the state of California.
And she listens all the time, we understand. Barb, we appreciate it. Hope we can talk about a big-time comeback here in the fourth quarter. Empty possession for the Hawkeyes, 75-57. 6:40 left to go in the game. Davidson comes off a screen, top of the key, jumper, no good off the right side of the iron. Stremlow the rebound. Can't say enough about that hustle play by Stremlow along the baseline to get the Hawkeyes' last basket. Feuerbach to Houston, fakes a shot from the elbow, dribbles, now Stremlow right side. Gets the ball back up to Chit-Chat. And she'll logo three. And I mean a logo three. All net for Chit-Chat right on the left side of the court.
Yeah, Chit-Chat might be small, but she is fearless. She's a mighty player inside of there. And now Iowa got to string some stops together now. I think, Rob, 6 minutes to go. You got to close in quickly at this point.
75-60. We're under 6. And USC now will probably start to work some clock. Already 10 seconds to shoot. Here's Dunn, free throw line extended right. Mendez baseline, back inside, Dunn, shot up and good. Point blank range, and she's fouled.
Well, she took all kinds of contact there from Ava Hayden. That was a strong finish for Dunn. She's having a heck of a game, and like we said, Rob, 25 points a game over the course of the last 5, and she's come out tonight and done exactly that, matching that average and then some as she heads to the free throw line. She's been really, really impressive. What a good get in the transfer portal. All ACC first-team player at Georgia Tech last season.
And at the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, Shot is up, rattles around, no good. Houston with position, grabs the rebound. 77-60. Hawks are down with the basketball. 5:35 left to go. Iowa perfect in the Big Ten at 9-0. Inside Stalky goes to the left hand. Shot is no good. A little short off the window. Not a lot of second chance opportunities for the Hawkeyes. Hayden now on the bench with 4. Runner by Jazzy Davidson. No good outside the paint on the right side. Hawks get the rebound. Down 17. Stremlo across the timeline as we approach 5 to go. Houston outside the paint, right side. Back to Chit Chat right for 3. No good. Missed it from the right wing. Rebound taken down by the Trojans. They get it off to Jazzy Davidson. Jogs it across the timeline. Dunn. Back to Davidson. Patrolling the baseline. Now pulls it back out. Trojans in no hurry. We're under 5. Back inside Dunn. Turnaround jumper outside the paint. No. And Chit Chat with the rebound in the paint. Down court pass intended for Stremlo. Too strong. Goes out of bounds along the baseline. USC basketball.
Well, you can see what Chat saw. Stremlo was streaking down the floor. Just a little too much mustard on that pass. Sails it out of bounds. But Iowa doing what they can, continuing their effort here to try to force a little comeback. And now you've got contrasting styles, right? USC can really slow things down. Iowa, on the other hand, approaching desperation mode.
Yeah, USC averaging 68 points a game. Now with 77 on the board, timeout on the court. University of Iowa Energy Collaborative is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Hawkeye women's basketball this year, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. Learn more at uiowaenergycollaborative.com. 4:37 left to go in the fourth. USC 77, Iowa 60. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
77-60. Hawks with work to do. Not going to be easy now. Big lead for USC came at the 9:02 mark. Iowa was down 22. Appreciate everybody tuned in tonight along the Hawkeye Radio Network. WHO Des Moines, WMT Cedar Rapids, our flagship stations, the University of Iowa official YouTube channel, also the Varsity app, and Sirius XM Radio tonight on channel 372 and channel 85. Isaac McGee listening from East Grand Rapids, Michigan. Appreciate him sticking with us tonight to see if a minor miracle can take place.
Hey, you never know. You know what I think about, Rob, is last week we're sitting at Maryland and Iowa has a 17-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Evaporated and we go to overtime. So we're looking at a 17-point deficit here with more time, 4:37. You never know. Stranger things have happened for sure, and we'll see what Iowa can do here to try to keep things going, shake things up in the final 4.5, play some good D, and get some shots to fall.
Last time she threw the shirt back at me.
It's nice to be in California, though, huh?
It was pretty nice today, yes.
It was pretty nice, and like I said, some really good people to see out here, and lots of California Hawkeye fans that we love and appreciate them listening.
But we need a victory.
We're coming for one. Here we go, 4.5.
Callie Levine into the game. Has a hockey face mask on. Played a little bit in the first half. Must have got knocked in the facial area. And USC working the ball around the outer arc. Rau Shathite hands it off to Smith, drives down the right side, scoop shot is up and good. Journey Houston was there defensively.
And I thought there was a walk there by Kennedy Smith, but she's a difference maker for USC. She's been injured a little bit this year. She's a kind of an Energizer Bunny type player.
And she likes that one-on-one drive to the hoop. And she did right there as 12. Stalky on the perimeter, hands it off to right, working the right side. Now back to Hannah. Shot from the elbow, no good. Dipped in, popped out. Rebound taken down by Dunn. 79-60. USC with the lead in the basketball. 3:40 left to go. Here's Jones out near the timeline. Trojans will just work the ball around the arc. And this is something they're used to. They can play fast, but they can also slow it down. Davidson makes her way toward the basket, gets to the paint, and a foul will be called on the Hawks.
Well, like you said, Rob, Iowa hasn't been in this situation much this year. The only other time really was against Connecticut, where you're playing from behind pretty much the entire game. You know, in Iowa here, you know, the kind of the moment where it really shifted. 5.5 to go in that third quarter. Iowa cuts it to 3, and then from there, USC has just blown the doors off.
That was 52-49. USC gets it in. 15 to shoot. Dunn in between the circles. Levine on her, angles left side, then brings it back to the top of the key. Just in no hurry. Here's Jones out near the timeline with 4, and then racing all the way toward the basket. Split the defense, layup good.
Well, I've seen a few of those today, Rob. A lot of things going right for this USC Trojan basketball team tonight.
Right, drops it into Layla Hayes, going to work in the paint. Short jumper is up and good. Layla's first hoop. 81-62. 2:45 left to go. Hawks will stay out on the West Coast and face the number 3 UCLA Bruins at Pauley Pavilion on Sunday.
It doesn't get any easier, that is for sure.
Miscommunication on the pass, and it goes out of bounds along the side. Iowa basketball.
Well, nice job there by Addie Deal, jumping the passing lane, making the USC think twice before they made that pass. Just the indecision leads to the turnover.
Wright will bring it across the timeline. Down 19, high post area. Hayes back to the basket. Looking to the right side. Still can't find anybody open. Tried to get it to Deal, almost stolen away. Addie got it back, gets to the free throw line, then drops it into Hayes. Has her shot blocked from behind, but a whistle. And this will go against SC. Jazzy Davidson, her 4th free throws for Layla Hayes. The University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state. Changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org. Hayes first. Perfect. Layla with 3. Stremlow had 11 in the first half, was on fire from deep, has not scored since the second quarter. Second one in the air, strong off the back of the bracket. Houston gets the rebound, goes up, and is fouled by Kennedy Smith. 81-63 USC, 2:09 remaining.
Really good minutes from Journey Houston again tonight. That's her 8th rebound of the basketball game in just 24 minutes, and looking for her 13th point.
In the air, got it. Now she can tie her career high. In the air, perfect. That's 6 at the half, 14 for the ball game. Full court pressure by the Hawks, down 81-65, 2:09 left to go. USC gets it in. Hawks now retreat defensively. Davidson across the timeline. Angles right side. Now comes to the top of the key. Callie Levine on her. Now Smith. Almost a turnover as the pass went to Jones. Tries to make a move against Wright. Step back 3. That's an air ball. And the save by Dunn along the baseline. And it goes out of bounds over to the Hawkeyes with 1:42 left. 81-65.
Now Kennedy Smith still picking up chit-chat full court. I mean, she does not ever give up on that defensive end.
Right across the timeline. It's a screen from Deal. Goes to the short corner on the right side. Now Houston, high post area, drives, paint, floater, good. Another smooth move by Journey Houston with 16. That's a career high.
And she's just continued to get better and better as the year goes on, Rob. And I saw her right before the bus left for the game, watching film with assistant coach Sean Sullivan. She is eager to continue to improve.
And improving she is. For that shorter bench now, really important. All the way to the rim. Jones, shot missed, got too far underneath. Hayes gets the rebound, 81-67. And just 1 minute left to go. Levine brings it right side, gets it to Houston. Pulls up her dribble, looks for some help. Still looking, and now gets it to Levine. Goes toward the basket, layup good. Callie Levine's first basket, 81-69, 45 seconds.
Oh, good job by Levine getting herself open. It was almost a 5-second call there for Journey Houston, so credit Callie for finding her, and then a nice finish over some outstretched arms.
Hawks aren't going to win the game, but a good fourth quarter. 9-0 run the last 2-11.
Now winning the quarter 18-11 at this point.
Jones just on the left side, gets it to Davidson, reverses the ball to Smith, puts it on the floor, jumper no good, and shot clock violation with 15. Houston posting up on the left side, goes to Levine. That's an air ball, long two from the corner. Ball goes out of bounds. It makes that saved out of bounds, and now saved again from going out of bounds by Dunn. She thought the game was over, and it is now. 81-69, USC with the victory, led wire to wire, and gives the Hawkeyes their first loss in Big Ten play.
And USC, a lot of their players still out there celebrating this victory. I mean, when you're in the top 10, people are gunning for you every single night, Rob, and no different here at USC, especially wanting to avenge that loss in Iowa City last year. So, you know, we knew this was actually going to be a tough one tonight. USC had been really close in a lot of games. They have an extremely skilled roster, and so it's tough. You take this, you just go on this road trip and try to get that first one before you head over to UCLA on Sunday, but unfortunately it doesn't go their way. But a really good performance. Hats off to the Trojans this evening.
Played good basketball, came out with a ton of energy, and led the entire way, and most of the time by double digits. Had a big lead of 22 points with 9:04 left to go in the fourth. Hawkeyes do win the fourth quarter 18-11. At the game or at home, it's Wimmer's premium quality hot dogs and sausages that will score with family and friends. Take the highest quality beef and pork, combine it with natural spices, and you get the best tasting Midwestern hot dog. Wimmer's, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Hawks fall to 18-3, now 9-1 in Big Ten play. The Trojans get victory number 12 on the year, stand at 12-9 and 4-6. Postgame show coming up next from the Galen Center in downtown Los Angeles. 81-69 Trojans over the Hawkeyes. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Dives for lunch.
The Juicy Lucy. Essentially, it's a burger, but with cheese on the inside.
James Beard Award winners for dinner.
French technique, but Midwestern ingredients. It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Comedy powerhouse Dane Cook is coming to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort on Friday, February 13th. Known for his unparalleled stage presence and outrageous observational humor, Cook's catalog has been streamed over 1 billion times worldwide. Along with his unforgettable comedic genius, he has starred in movies such as My Best Friend's Girl, Employee of the Month, and Good Luck Chuck. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at RiversideCasinoandResort.com or visit our gift shop.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide, experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides the direct connection to free, confidential, and compassionate support. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained crisis counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, call or text 988 or chat 988lifeline.org. A message from Iowa HHS.
Hi Hawk fans, Coach Kirk Ferentz here. For 40 years, our players have proudly worn the ANF logo to honor the hard-working farmers who keep this country growing. With fewer farmers working the land, their challenges are bigger, but their commitment never wavers. The Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Farm Bureau are proud to stand with these dedicated families who feed and fuel our nation. Thanks for celebrating 40 years of America Needs Farmers. Let's keep standing strong for the people who keep us going strong. To learn more, visit americaneedsfarmers.org.
In Minnesota, we don't hide from winter. We embrace it. When there's a nip in the air, we take on the trails. For every layer you wear, there's a new experience waiting for you.
It's a little unbecoming to lick the bowl, but...
Plan your next trip at exploreminnesota.com.
Hawkeye Basketball has been brought to you by Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right. And by Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. This is the Hawkeye Postgame Show.
Welcome back courtside, the Galen Center, downtown Los Angeles, where the Southern California Trojans led wire to wire and dished the Hawkeyes their first loss of the Big Ten season and snap Iowa's 8-game winning streak. And now Iowa stands at 18-3, 9-1. Our post-game stat recap is brought to you by Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, the official grocery partner of Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. 78 points on the board for USC starters, a team that averages 68 points per game, put 81 on the scoreboard tonight.
Well, that's a tough stat to swallow, Rob. You know, it's a little bit shocking, really, when you think about it. And, you know, as you said a couple times throughout the course of the game, USC way above their average scoring per game with 81 here tonight. And they came out guns a-blazing. Not surprising. They've been really close in a lot of games, including most recently at Michigan. And so they're feeling good. They've got Kennedy Smith back. They've kind of established what Jazzy Davidson's capable of. So I think, you know, Iowa's just unfortunately tonight to be on the receiving end of a very hungry Trojan team. Diving into these stats here, Iowa on the night shot at 40% from the field, 27 for 67, 33% from 3, 7 for 21, and 80% from the free throw line. Only took 10 free throws, though, went 8 for 10. Leading scorer for Iowa was Journey Houston off the bench with 16 points, a career high for her, 7 for 12 from the field, perfect 2 for 2 from the free throw line, had 8 rebounds and 2 assists, all of that in just 25 minutes of play. Second leading scorer was Ava Hayden with 13 points. She had 8 boards, went 6 for 11 from the field, and had an assist, a steal, and a block shot as well. For USC, 46% from the field on 31 of 68 shooting, 37% from 3, 10 for 27, and then 64% from the free throw line, 9 for 14. Leading scorer tonight was Kara Dunn, who has been leading the Trojans coming into the night over the last 5 or 6 games. She had 25 points on 8 of 14 shooting, 3 for 7 from 3, 6 for 9 from the free throw line, a double-double with 12 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block. An extremely balanced night for the All-ACC player transfer from Georgia Tech here on this USC team. Second leading scorer was Jazzy Davidson with 21 points on 8 of 17 shooting, 3 for 8 from 3, had a couple of those fall late, 2 for 4 from the free throw line, 4 boards, and 8 assists. Iowa did out-rebound USC by 11, 43-32. Too many turnovers for the Hawks, 13 turnovers to USC's 5. Rob, you mentioned the starting production, but Iowa led by a large margin off the bench, 32-3. Paint points, Iowa led 34-30, but a glaring one here in that USC had 19 points off of Iowa's turnovers, and Iowa just had 3.
And really the game got started with 2 quick fouls on Hannah Stalkey. She picked up her second at the 7:29 mark of the opening quarter, and we know how good Hannah's been playing. It really took her away in that first half, and that just makes it hard for somebody to really get going. And then Kylie Feuerbach, who knocked down a couple of three-pointers, your best defender, she picks up 2, and her minutes are limited in the first 2 quarters, ended up playing 25 minutes and 37 seconds. Chit-Chat Wright played all 40, 8 points, 7 boards, 8 assists to just 1 turnover, so that ratio continues to be really good.
Yeah, absolutely. Chit-Chat was really good tonight, very solid in leading the team, and just although they started off with they had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, so ending with 13 really isn't too bad. Only had 6 in the last 3 quarters of the game. And then, Rob, you mentioned Kylie Feuerbach shooting. Same thing for Stremlo. She had 3 threes in that first half and then went silent scoring in the second, finished with 11 points. All of those, I believe, came in the first half. So, the scoring numbers that were working so well for the Hawks in that second quarter mainly just kind of went quiet, and it was a night where they just really, anytime they hadn't had something, USC answered almost immediately and with some force.
Well, there were plenty of fouls tonight, but no plays under review. And all plays under review are brought to you by Athletico Physical Therapy. You don't need a jersey to move with purpose or permission to take your healing seriously. At Athletico, recovery fuels what's possible. Move like you mean it. Schedule your free assessment at athletico.com, proud partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Didn't go Iowa's way tonight. USC wins it 81-69. Back with more on the postgame show. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
American Equity salutes today's hero of the game, honoring those who serve at every Hawkeye game. Just as our veterans safeguard our freedom, American Equity helps protect your financial future. Named one of Newsweek's most trustworthy insurance companies in America 3 years in a row, American Equity delivers secure retirement income with the service you deserve. Join American Equity in honoring and thanking all who serve our country.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Craving something sweet? Step into the flavor of a good old-fashioned bake sale, Quick Star style. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our premium donuts. Choose from Quick Star's fluffy Long Johns, rich Persians, classic Bismarcks, or ring donuts. So delicious, just like the ones at your hometown bake sale. Do you remember those fresh oven-baked cookies your grandma used to make? So good. Well, the Quickery's got them. Our cookies are just like the ones from back in the day. Let's head straight to the bake sale, only at Quick Star. Treat yourself today.
Do you smell that? No, it's not just toast. That's the smell of your car payment becoming toast. Move your car loan to Community Choice and toast those payments for 99 days. Get started at unbankyourride.com. Loan subject to credit approval and analysis.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Hawkeyes still lead the all-time series against USC, now 5-2. Lose tonight 81-69. USC led for 39 minutes and 49 seconds. Cassandra Barrett, first-year assistant head coach for the Hawks, joins me on the post-game show. And things didn't start certainly the way you wanted. Foul trouble played a big part. And does that just kind of throw things off from the get-go?
Yeah, I think just we were kind of out of sync to start. Just foul trouble was a big thing with Hannah picking up those too early. And
at the 7:29 mark.
Yeah, and with her having one of the toughest matchups in Cara Dunn and Kylie also with Jazzy. So setting the tone, and then just, having our bench players coming in and being locked in and being ready to go. So it's just something that we talked about. I thought the third quarter also hurt us a little bit because you fought in that second, and we come back in the third, and that was a big swing when they put up 27 points then again. So got to fix that.
But some really nice runs there, and you felt, okay, now the Hawks have some momentum back into it. Made a nice push there in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Won that one 24-15, and then you're just down 43-37 at the half, and then a terrific play behind the back pass, Stremlo to Houston. It's 52-49. You feel, okay, hey, we're right back into it, but just could not shut down USC and give them credit. They answered every time.
Yeah, I thought Stremlo and Journey both gave really, really solid minutes off the bench on both ends of the floor. Just playing a complete game, taking good shots. Journey being able to knock that high post jumper down when we needed her to, and that's important. So I just think it's one of those things that I think we got to look at it, individual performance overall. I do think they had a really good game plan. They put one of their bigger players on Chat to kind of take her vision away, limit her, and I thought that was a game changer on their side. So it's just something we got to go back as a staff and just kind of dissect it.
So Journey Houston in 25 minutes and 54 seconds, 16 and 8, a career high. From the beginning of the season until now, so what have you seen her do? It seems like she's really been consistent. When her number's called, she's ready to go, but there has been huge improvement here even the last couple weeks.
Yeah, she just has a knack for basketball. I think she comes in, it's not always perfect with her, but Journey she's going to know where the ball is at all times. She gets her hand on rebounds, hustle plays, and in her ability to just shoot that high post jumper, that's something she's always in the gym working on. So she actually has a little confidence there. And then when you see one go in, I think it gives her even more confidence. And I think as her game grows, her biggest thing, though, she's a gritty player. And at that point of the game, we needed some grit on our side. And I thought she brought that in, Stremlo did as well.
But you even also go back to that Maryland game where she impacted that. And she's got a little bounce to her, too. She can take the ball in from that free throw line, not only knock down that shot.
Yeah, and she was big on the defensive end as well, too. So her minutes at Maryland, her minutes here, just her development has been so tremendous for us that she could be a key coming off the bench. But her ability to be able to, guard Dunn and switch off between Dunn and Kennedy Smith was huge tonight as well.
Well, one thing, too, you win the fourth quarter 18-11, and we've talked about it all along. There's no quit in this team. They keep coming at you, and even though probably weren't going to win the game, the effort was there till the final buzzer.
Yeah, and I thought even the ones we called in at the very end were ready to get up and pressure and just try to fight. So this one stings, but I think it's a really good lesson learned for us. It exposed some things that we got to fix, but we also saw some promise with this young group.
All right. Well, it doesn't get any easier, does it?
No, it does not. It does not.
But we knew that, right?
Yeah, we knew that. And this is good for us. Mid-January or end of January, we're in the middle of conference play. We needed this. Sometimes you need games like this. I think it's a good loss is how I want to, phrase it. So,
9-1 is not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah.
This team will bounce back for sure.
We will.
Lysandra, thank you very much.
All right.
Lysandra Barrett in her comments after the Hawkeyes lose to the Trojans at 81-69, Iowa and UCLA on Sunday. So the Hawkeyes will learn from this one. Coaching staff will watch the film tonight and practice tomorrow morning and start to get ready for the third-ranked Bruins. 81-69, USC over the Hawks tonight. Back with more on the postgame show after this. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from their field.
Hawkeye fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Banks Student Living and Kirkwood Hotel. When visiting Eastern Iowa, stay at the Hotel at Kirkwood Center. This AAA 4-Diamond luxury hotel was voted Best Banquet Event Facility of 2025 by Corridor Business Journal readers. Located near the Eastern Iowa Airport in downtown Cedar Rapids. Book your stay today at kirkwood.com or call 877-751-5111.
Midwest One believed in us and gave us the money to get started, and it was great.
We're talking with Jack Piper of Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack.
In 2005, they were there when we opened Jimmy Jack's Rib Shack. They've been there every step of the way with funding and great feedback on how to expand our brand. Midwest One Bank has been great, and with the recent uncertain times, we got through it, thanks to Midwest One Bank.
Midwest One Bank. Simply better banking. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
81-69, USC wins it as they break a 2-game losing streak, but have had some very close calls and have played good basketball as of late. And give them credit tonight. They were 31 of 68. 45.6%, 10 of 27 from 3, 37%, 9 of 14 from the free throw line, just over 64%. The Hawkeyes, 27 of 67, 40%, 7 of 21 from 3, 33.3, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 80%. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield. Tonight's Precision Plays of the game are brought to you by Civco Medical Solutions. Precision matters most when your loved one is undergoing an invasive procedure. For over 40 years, Civco has been a trusted provider for image-guided procedures, counted on to deliver outstanding service and superior quality around the world. Civco Medical Solutions, making image-guided procedures safer. Let's listen in on some of tonight's top plays. Mendez now gets it left side to Jazzy Davidson, takes a dribble and then kicks it back out to Dunn for 3. Knocked it down from the left wing. As Davidson knocked the ball away from Teagan, she puts it on the floor, gets to the free throw line. Now back to Stremlow for 3. All net for Taylor Stremlow, left to the top of the key. Here's Wright on the left side. Comes to the top of the key, hesitates, drives in, scoop shot, window, count it. Stremlow to right, top of the key. Now back to Stremlow. Fires a 3 left wing. Count it! Taylor Stremlow on fire in the second quarter. Here's Jones racing toward the basket and then flips it off to Iwachukwu. Missed it from the free throw line. No good from 15. Hawks get the rebound. Down by 9. Here's Stalkey. Goes up strong. Left-handed layup. Good. Nice assist from Chitchat Wright. Chitchat Wright drops it off to Deal, almost lost control of the ball, puts it on the floor, gets into the paint, turns, gets it back to Chitchat, right at the top of the key. Lob pass to Hayden, opposite side, left-handed layup, good. Wright gets a screen from Houston, comes off of it, top of the key, whips a pass inside to a wide open Journey Houston, who knocks it down. She has 8. Dalkey gets a pass from Feuerbach, working the right side, and now Kylie puts the ball on the floor. 17-foot jumper, no good. Nice save along the baseline by Stremlow. Flips it to Stalkey, layup good. Feuerbach to Houston, fakes a shot from the elbow, dribbles, now Stremlow right side, gets the ball back up to Chit-Chat, and she'll a logo three, and I mean a logo three, all net for Chit-Chat right on the left side of the court. A deep three from Chit-Chat, who had a good game in 40 minutes. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but 8 points and 7 rebounds and 8 assists. They put big guards out on her, which certainly made life tougher for the Hawkeye point guard. We'll head to the Iowa locker room when we come back. USC 81, Iowa 69, the first Big Ten loss of the year for the Hawks. This is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawk fans, be sure to visit and connect with the official Des Moines local business partners of the Iowa Hawkeyes, Aplos, and Community Choice Credit Union. In football, champions execute flawless strategies. Your company's health plan should too. Aplos offers crystal clear costs, intelligent provider networks, same-day appointments, and embedded pharmacy savings. Help your team thrive. Discover your playbook at aplos.health.
Life's busy. Quickstar makes it easier. From fresh hot coffee to delicious bakery treats and quick grab-and-go meals and snacks, we've got what you need when you're on the run. Top off your tank with Quickstar's fully guaranteed fuel to keep you moving. Plus, enjoy added perks like free ATMs and complimentary air for your tires. Convenience, savings, and a see you next time with a smile. We're your go-to for everything you need to keep your day on track, because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. Stop into Quickstar today.
Everyone knows the BBB is the Better Business Bureau, but depending on what you need, it's the Better Plumber Bureau, the Better Auto Mechanic Bureau, the Better Accountant Bureau. That's because the BBB connects people with businesses they can trust. So think of the BBB as the better check that business out first so you don't get ripped off bureau. Be smart. Always look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Running from practice to practice or meeting to meeting, the Eat Shop has lunch covered. Our fresh, handcrafted boxed lunches are perfect for sports teams on the go and corporate events like Lunch and Learns. Easy, delicious, and ready when you are. From delicious sandwiches on house-made bread to fresh sides and signature cookies, every box is thoughtfully prepared and worth every bite. Order boxed lunches today at theeatshop.com and let us fuel your day. Worth every bite.
You're listening to coverage of Hawkeye women's basketball, powered by the University of Iowa Energy Collaborative, empowering Hawkeyes to do energy right.
Welcome back to the Galen Center as USC gets their fourth victory in Big Ten play, 12th overall, snap a two-game losing streak as they defeat the Hawkeyes 81-67, but plenty of outstanding individual performances, and certainly Taylor Stremlow. And in the first half, when Iowa dealt with foul trouble, somebody had to come in and really step up off the bench, and Taylor Stremlow did that, played 25 minutes and 1 second, had 11 points on 3 of 8 from 3, and also contributed 5 rebounds and 6 assists. Let's head to the Hawkeye locker room.
Taylor, just kind of a tough game to get things going. You know, every time you guys had something, USC seemed to answer. What did it feel like, though, being out there yourself?
Yeah, definitely a tough game. Like you said, they're an amazing team. I think they came out right off the jump and kind of punched us, and we did a good job fighting back for the most part, never gave up until the very end. And I think that's kind of what we're going to take from this game.
Yeah, and you had your 3-ball going in that first half, some hustle plays in the second. So how do you kind of stay within yourself and continue to do the things that you know are your strengths?
I would say I try to just, like you said, lean into my strengths, practice, take the shots that I practice, and try to set my teammates up for the shots that they practice.
Did things feel any different for you as a group without Taylor McCabe tonight, or what was that like in the absence after her injury last week?
Yeah, obviously that's a big loss for our team. Taylor's an amazing player, and we're all missing her out there. So I think definitely it's an adjustment without her having that automatic 3-ball, and her defense, just her presence on the court. It's definitely different and something that we're, working on adjusting quick and getting ready for the next game.
Yeah. Well, thanks for your time, Taylor. Great effort tonight. We'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you.
Taylor Stremlow, one of 4 players in double figures for the Hawkeyes. Oaknall's mission is to provide exceptional retirement, living, and health services through life care, and also bring us the post-game interview with Jan Jensen, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 59 years. Oaknall is conveniently located near University of Iowa Healthcare, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye, and downtown Iowa City. A proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oaknall.com to learn more. Back to the Iowa locker room.
Coach Jay, a hungry USC team came out tonight and started punching early, but just talk about how that early foul trouble for both Hannah Stolke and Kylie Fierbach impacted the game from the jump.
Yeah. I just thought we were as the most quiet that we've been to start a game. Our communication was really, really nil, I thought. Our transition defense was especially poor. I thought we were on our heels. I thought, they have a lot of great athletes to be able to counter. I don't know if it was probably one of Hannah's best games or Kylie's, and they're kind of our cogs. But, credit them. They were a hungry team and a very desperate team. They were 3-6 in the big, but 4 of those games were 4 points or less, right? And they'd come back, and I was concerned about it on the home floor, and I was certainly concerned, just without Taylor McCabe. I think that's not a lot of time to get used to life without Taylor. Quick turnaround after Ohio State. We were in our friendly confines of home. Taylor is just a really good defender. So we've lost a key defender, and we've lost a seasoned player that is able to calm the waters. So tonight we had our 2 seniors. That was a little bit hard to calm the waters, and we just could get nothing going. Credit their defense, but we just got on our heels, and boy, it doesn't matter what I was calling plays or what we were doing. We just couldn't get our wits about us.
Well, and you mentioned Taylor McCabe's absence. It affects so many things, but one of those is your rotation. So one of the shining points tonight was Journey Houston, getting more minutes with the rotation where people are going to make up minutes. And just talk about her development over the course of the year and what she brought tonight.
Yeah, I just she has a tenacity about her, and, she might make a mistake, but she can kind of come back into the moment, and she doesn't, think so much about it. And, I love that about her. And I thought, she just really, held her own for the most part. But, I just think, I told the team, you got to stay steady. We just hit a really great team tonight who was, due for a win probably. And they hit us at a really good time, right? We've been flying pretty high. We've lost one of our key leaders. And it's going to probably take us a little time to adjust. And, I told the team, I thought I had us ready. But man, it's really hard to simulate some of that defensive pressure with their length, especially after an emotional Sunday. I had to take, I couldn't go really hard on Monday. So you have to have a mandatory day off. But, we'll go back to the drawing board. And, now we got a big test at UCLA. But, I'm proud of how we fought. We could have folded a couple times, and we didn't. And I thought we did. That made me happy. And I just, we got on our heels, that first quarter. When you let a team get rolling, it's tough sledding on the road.
Well, a couple more days in Los Angeles to prepare for the Bruins, and we'll wish you luck on Sunday.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it. God bless and go Hawks.
Jan Jensen from the Hawkeye locker room, presented by Oaknall, and she's right about that first quarter. USC came out on fire and led after one 28-13, but the Hawkeyes mounted a comeback, won that second quarter 24-15, and only trailed 43-37 at the half. And it was kind of back and forth for the first part of the third quarter. Iowa draws to within 3 at 52-49, but then you credit USC as they broke free, finishing off that third quarter at 27-14. Then Iowa wins the fourth at 18-11. Results 81-69 Trojans. Hawkeye double-figure scores. Journey Houston, a career season high 16-8 and 8 rebounds, 16 points. Taylor Stremlow with 11. Ava Hayden with 13 and Hannah Stolke with 10. Hayden also contributed 8 rebounds. Caradon led the way for USC. Remember, she came in the last 5 games averaging 25, had 25 tonight, and also 21 from Jazzy Davidson. That was a really good 1-2 punch. And then Jones came in with 17 as well. Kennedy Smith had 12. Quick final look at the scoreboard in the Big Ten, presented by Community Choice Credit Union. As your bank, do they care about you? Then tell them no bank you and become an unbanker at Community Choice. Michigan, number 9 in the country, no problem at Indiana, 95-67. Number 11, Ohio State, bounced back after the loss at Iowa, 81-58 over Wisconsin. And number 13, Michigan State, took care of Purdue in West Lafayette, 86-65. That rounds out the Big Ten play for tonight, as the Hawkeyes will stay out here on the West Coast, practice tomorrow and also on Saturday to get ready for a Sunday matchup against number 3 UCLA, as the Bruins back out on the West Coast after being in the Midwest. That is a 3 o'clock tip Central Time. We'll be on with the pregame show from Pauley Pavilion at 2:30. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball. Iowa falls to 18-3, 9-1. Trojans now 12-9 and 4-6. USC 81, Iowa 69. And that'll wrap up our coverage here from the Galen Center in downtown LA. For Catherine Reynolds, I'm Rob Brooks. Once again, appreciate you staying with us tonight. And this is Iowa Hawkeye women's basketball from Learfield.
Hawkeye basketball has been brought to you by Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Honda, to see how Honda crushes the competition, see your local Central Midwest Honda dealer. Honda gets the Midwest. Explore Minnesota. Discover the star of the North. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Lennox and your local Lennox home comfort specialist. Made right here in Iowa since 1895. And by University of Iowa Healthcare. Changing medicine, changing lives. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.